How's it going, everybody? I am Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and we are back with session 79 of the Adventures of Eclaas, the Everlast role-playing game. And today we are joined by three of our players. Unfortunately, Dane was unable to make it today, but we do have Zil, Luxalia, and Belbin all with us today for some more adventuring in the Aishan Archipelago. Let's go ahead and jump right off with some character introductions, starting with Zil.
Oh my goodness. You know, I shouldn't be taken surprised by this anymore. Is it a bit? Am I actually surprised? The world may never.
Just a bit.
My name is Max. I play Zil. Zil is the orphan of Helix, the future refining prospector, the blacksmith extraordinaire, the teapot of madness, and Waffle House. He is overdue for another nickname. He, as you can tell, is the orphan of Helix. I've lost track of how old he is. I think he was 20 when we started.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're at.
He's probably around 21, 22-ish. End of 21, probably 22. I don't know what his birthday is, so something in there.
I don't know if he knows, to be completely honest.
There you go. That makes sense. Probably 22.
Never thought about it. He's about 22. He joined this party at 20. He's got a lot of street smarts. He's got next to no book smarts. But he's got a misguided heart of gold. He wants good things, but he doesn't realize how unselfish that demands of you. So he still wants good things, but he still wants good things for himself more than most. Kind of starting to understand that this whole fake thing is a real thing. Alamany is a good thing, but like I said, still wants his own thing.
That makes sense.
He's a tank. He gets hit often to the point where if there's anything with pirates, we're just like, Zil, go. And he's like, it's fine. They can't hit me. And of course, Kyle finds a new thing to throw at us because that's just good DMing. But
because I can't hit you with anything, I need something that could potentially one-shot you like a mimic.
So yeah, I could go on. I need to be in the way. I swing big axes.
I think Zil is also the new party philanthropist because a couple sessions ago when he found all that treasure, he only kept a little bit for himself.
The dice decided I was mad. One and done.
Well, you know, even willing or unwilling,
he's still I think, the richest member of the party now, including Belvin's vast wealth.
It's true.
I love it. Our next character is Luxalia.
Luxalia is truly the richest character because she has faith. So,
to be rich in love is to be poor in nothing.
Yeah. Blessed are the poor, for theirs is the kingdom of Alamnia. I think that's said somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
In the Guardian Historia or something. Yeah. Yeah, Luxalia, she is a Glyven shrine maiden of Amaterasu. She likes light because so does Amaterasu. There's something about a flower in there. I really need to read up on that lore again because I knew it at one point and it hasn't come up in years. So I need to review. But she comes from a broken past and has seen the light and is now the party healer and keeps everyone alive through the power of faith and Alamnia and mana.
And
that's
friendship.
Her. And friendship. And Zil, you forgot you do have a new nickname. It's Turkey Legs. So.
Turkey Legs, that's right.
Yeah. Hold on, I need to write that one down.
I need to get an art commission for Zil with Turkey Legs. Yeah. We need a Thanksgiving set.
That'd be good. Yes.
Thanksgiving dinner Zil. He's not in attendance. He is the dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
that's
okay.
That's good stuff. Yeah. That's Luxalia.
Nice. Our next character is Yuki, typically played by Dane, but she is a silver draken from the Refinium Peaks, from a town called Flamongolith. And she is a bard blade dancer, and so she basically dual wields blades and uses kind of elemental blade attacks with different bardic dance techniques to deal lots of damage. She is a DPS, and she throws out a lot of damage doing that. And so, yeah, that's what that's Yuki. But she is very charismatic, and she's also kind of on her own little faith journey as well. It's really this adventure that helped her to realize that, you know, Alomnia is where their true source of their power comes from as adventurers, and she's really kind of trying to dig deeper into that and kind of trust that more as opposed to trust her own powers and potentials. But yeah, she is there to try to help as far as the persuasion and stuff goes, but she's a good performer. She is a diplomat, but we've also seen her as vengeful, helping and chopping people's heads off. She plays the part of the bard very well, I'll say that. But yeah, that's Yuki. And our next character is Belbin. Yes. Sorry.
Quick question.
Yes.
Dane hasn't not been here in a while.
That's true.
How much of Yuki am I running?
All of her, if we need it. Basically, since Zil can speak Draken, if you guys do speak to Smoldran, if you're like playing Zil, I can play Yuki a little bit. But as far as all of like the stats and combat, if a combat does ensue, I'll have you run Yuki for me, if that's okay.
Great.
Cool.
Yep.
Is Dane gonna be in chat? Do you know?
I think he is in chat. He's been posting stuff. So Dane, if you have anything that you are just like Yuki needs to do this, just throw it in there. But I think he's kind of half paying attention, so we'll see.
Sweet. Oh yeah, I see him now. Cool.
All right, Belbin.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Connor. I play Belbin. I am the old man of the group, but just because I'm old doesn't mean I can't beat you up.
I've always
Belbin.
said that.
What?
I've always said that.
I know. You gotta watch out. Us Glyven. Let's see. He is a Glyven from the Roku Horn. He likes throwing hands, and sometimes he throws them at women. Sometimes it gets him into I don't know, sticky situations.
Some trouble with HR.
Yeah. Yeah. Last episode, Belbin got into a fight with Sariel, and just gave her the old 1-2. And then Bree gave
Belbin
that
the 3-4.
unleashed. Yeah, I was gonna say unleashed Martha for another 1-2. But yeah, Belbin, he's kind of a gruff guy, kind of easily annoyed, and he'll let you know when he's annoyed. At the end of the last session, I think Dane was like, Connor, I couldn't tell if Belbin hated Sariel or if Connor hated Sariel. And I was like, I think it was a little bit of both. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, she's a pretty useless lookout, and Belbin's had enough. And maybe Connor has too. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You guys are no longer on the same lookout rotation anymore.
Yeah, measures have had to be taken to separate us a bit.
Exactly. But yeah, anything else about Belbin?
Let's see. He's bowled at 300. He carries his bowling ball around everywhere.
That's true. That is his trophy, his heavy trophy.
Yes, he has used it a few times recently for attacks. Just crime of opportunity. But no, I think that's basically it.
Sweet.
Old man, doesn't like fancy things, and just a gruff guy.
I love it. And the last character is the DNPC, which is Thordane. He is the captain of Alomnia's Breath. He is he's a ranger from the Woodland Realm, but he is an elf of science. He has he's been relieved of his sword that was speaking wicked things to him, Calvinish, and very recently it was returned to him, which he abruptly locked in the ship's hold, the vaults that they have their treasury, and so He's jovial. He is 2-time WrestleMania champion, and he is also a ranger tracker. And so he helps as far as guiding the party through wilderness and tracking beasts, creatures, and also just kind of helping to find their path. And also he's good with herb lore, and so he puts out a lot of useful herbal remedies and things like that. And then last but not least, he helps to assist with his bow. He's a very good marksman, and so he uses his bow to great effect in that way. So yeah, it's good. It's exciting. And I am Kyle. I am the Fate Weaver, the creator of this world, and also very happy to be playing with and against these players as they make their way in Everlast and destroying the Voidin demons and the wicked presences that are here that are corrupting the world of Everlast. And so I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very excited to get going and jumping right in and playing. Couple of things before we do get started. Go check out our all of our things, whether it's our social medias, our Discord, our website, all that kind of stuff. We have a bunch outside of just the official streamed content here of Everlast, whether that's a TCG or just lots of previous content that we have up there. Additionally, we have last month released the first or basically like the first update. I guess not an update. We just launched the Everlast TCG online on Steam for Tabletop Simulator. And so if you guys have Tabletop Simulator, go check that out and download it. If you want a link to that, it's going to be in our Discord. So go check that out. And it's a great way to be able to learn the Everlast TCG by playing hands-on with very, very, very minimal buy-in, which is cool. Our next update is going to be on July 1st, and so what that is going to entail is brand new cards. So there's going to be 6 new arts that are going to be added, all very useful ones from the first 2 sets here is the West Raising of Helix, which are not currently on a Tabletop Simulator, including a bunch of Eclaas Eeas cards, which includes their primaries, their EXs, and a bunch of Eclaas Eeas themed stuff, so such as a playmat, some coins, we got some dice, and it'll be really, really cool. So go join that. And we're also going to be adding some community decks as well. So it's not just Opus 6 and Prismatic Petals that are the pre-made decks that you can use. You can feel free to use the 2 new community decks. And you can also create your own decks. Both Veil, Twilight, and Night of Martyrs are there, and you can go through them. Make sure you're not deleting anything, but you can copy and paste cards and create your own decks online to be able to playtest and do whatever you want with those. And then you basically just go into the top and save the game, save the state of the game, and then your decks that you made will be saved on your basically little server that you have on Tabletop Simulator. So there's lots of opportunity for creativity there, and if you are looking for somebody to play with that you don't have communications with, feel free to go into our Discord. We have a bunch of chat channels there and a section to find other players to play the Everlast trading card game. But yeah, we've gotten a lot of downloads of the game, which is very exciting, and so hopefully everybody out there is enjoying the Everlast TCG and a bunch of new content to come. But yeah, our July update will be on July 1st, and so look forward to that. Should be sweet. I don't think there's anything else. If you guys aren't caught up at this point, session 79, we have all the previous sessions up there, so feel free to do that. But also feel free to sit back and listen and enjoy the adventures of Eclaas Eeas as they continue to, or as they make their way to bring this campaign to a close. And with that, I think we can go ahead and jump into some recap, unless anybody has anything to add. Speak now or hold your peace for 2 minutes.
Sorry, all sucks. That's all I
I heard that.
got.
All right. So Eclaas Eeas, they are an adventuring party that have already kind of made their name in Everlast, defeating the archdemon Burbeldau months prior, but are now in the Great Peninsula, sailing aboard Alomnia's Breath, trying to rid it of the Voidin presence and the pirate presence that seems to have taken an uptaking in the recent months. Eclaas is the keeper of the Earth Key, and with the other keepers of the other 3 elemental pillars, they have gone on a quest of searching for them, but also unlocking the secrets of the elemental pillars, and Nazrahim using the energy from the flame pillar to withhold a demon, an archdemon by the name of LaFonte, inside of him, so it didn't get released into the world. It did get released, however, and so LaFonte's spirit is out there searching for a host. But in the meantime, Eclaas has they have a lot of baddies that they need to go take care of right now, which is Ragnik, which is an undead pirate, Jackman Nobbs, who is a pirate lord who is gaining basically like a pirate cohort around him that's making people sign contracts that basically force them to be loyal to him. And yeah, there's also scary things like Azale Doom, just regular creepy things in the ocean that are there as well. Yeah, there's things like Azale Doom. We have Emeneth, who is one of the demons that they've run into a couple of times, and yeah, there's a lot of just not so good stuff. Amios, the sorcerer, is also not really good, and he's dead, which that's good. They've killed one of them, which is
Amos.
sorry, Amos. But yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, and Eeas is doing what they can to protect the free peoples of Aishan Island, whether that's reclaiming Takai Town from the pirates, or helping to secure the fortifications of Flomberge as pirates are preparing to descend upon Aishan Island as a whole. To wipe out the fortress and reclaim the Prime Void Crystal, which Jackman Nobbs, for some reason, is in search for. But yeah, Eclaas has currently made their way back to Terbe Island, where kind of this whole campaign started, in order to talk to Smoldran, who is the child of the great dragon Nazrahim. Upon arrival, they noticed that the island itself was completely on fire. All the trees on the island, the lush green island that Terbe Island was, completely ablaze. And they noticed on the map that they had from their current captive, that there was a pirate ship around. And so hoping to intercept it to try to figure out what's going on with this pirate ship, they discovered that it was empty and abandoned. Well, all of the crew was eaten except for just a few of them. The ship had become a mimic, and it was in the process of devouring the entire crew. And with that, Zil and... Zil was eaten partially by this mimic, and the rest of the crew did what they could to be able to bring down the ship, try to have any survivors, but that is right where we left off. And so 2 barrels of black powder had exploded on board the ship, and the second one, after exploding, going off, cracked the entire ship in half, and the mimic sustained an intense amount of damage, ended up dying and perishing. But that explosion sent everybody flying in all kinds of directions. Zil went flying off board. Belbin was thrown back on basically the rear end of the ship, and Yuki, flying away with the barely surviving captain, was blown backwards into the air, hoping beyond all hope that the captive that you guys currently have has survived the explosion. He was damaged pretty heavily beforehand, so we shall see. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our players. This explosion happens, and Zil, you actually find yourself plummeting into the ocean. The ocean is cold. For some reason, much colder than you remember it being around Aishan Island. You don't know if it's the winter that is the oncoming winter that's beginning to kind of chill things around, or if there's some other mysterious reason. But as you begin to plunge into the depths, you can feel that you can breathe underwater, fortunately, because of your axe that you have, but you can feel like your body stiffening up, almost as if you have plunged into kind of like the Arctic. And as you look around, you see that it is clear and deep blue, and like the flames from the island are beginning to kind of like lick the surface there, and you begin to feel like, I need to resurface because this is way too freaking cold, as you drop down probably about 20 to 30 feet from the explosion.
Belbin threw his grappling hook at Zill
Mm.
at the end of the last session, so I
That's
kind of
right.
have him on a fish hook.
That's right, you do. And so, like,
Okay.
you're basically Zill, like it's like under like a chink in his armor, and you can feel actually yourself being pulled up, little by little as you get to your feet, Belbin, and start to pull him. But all in the while, this back half of the ship is kind of titanicking and taking in water and beginning to sink little by little. So you also have to think, Belbin, about what you're doing at this moment. Luxalia, you and Thordane are the only two of Eclaas still on Alomnia's breath as you're watching everything happen. The ship was anchored, and so I'm assuming you guys dropped anchor too, to do anything. But you're observing and watching all of this happen as the ship just explodes in front of you.
Luxalia is looking for anyone who might need some healing.
Well, you see your companions get blown in all directions. You're actually kind of surprised by the lack of bodies that are on this ship. You see that Yuki is carrying a creature, but that's all you see outside of Belbin and Zill. Other than them, it doesn't really seem like there's too much. Zill was damaged a little bit. Yuki was damaged a little bit, but it's more of just kind of like the blast that's just sending them flying. It didn't seem to do too much damage to them, I don't think. At least from what you can tell.
Okay.
Belvin will yell down to Zill and say, "Hey, Zill, do you want me to pull you up, or do you want to stay in the water?"
Can I hear him?
Probably not. You're submerged, like I said, about 20 to 30 feet.
Okay. First, I'm just gonna take a real quick look for my axes.
I'm going to have you make a wisdom skill check for me. It is pretty clear water, and there is a decent light source from above from the island, so...
Guys, I rolled good. Stop the stream. We're done. Doesn't get any better than this. 17.
17. As you look back towards the ship and you feel yourself being pulled kind of back towards it, you see that the ship is beginning to crack in half, and you can see kind of a little bit of a glint. The bottom half, so there's like a big hole, like a crater in the middle of this ship here. And the bottom is barely intact as it begins to kind of break away from each other. You see the glint. And so I'm going to have you make a agility survival check as you just swim as fast as you can before they fall off the ship and begin to plummet down into the depths.
Oh no. I had a good roll. I said we should have ended it. We should have ended it. 6.
6. Okay, you begin to swim quicker and quicker and quicker. One axe begins to drift down into the depths. This isn't super deep, but you can't see the bottom. You are close enough to an island where you're not going to be swimming down hundreds of feet in order to get this thing, but it does disappear beyond your sight. It is very cold, and it disappears beyond your sight. However, by the time you do get back to the ship, you are able to reclaim one of your 2 axes that you threw.
No.
And you begin to feel the tug. As Belbin literally has like his leg against like the railing of the ship. He just... And this is crazy because his muscles are rippling as just pulling up this heavy, basically steel log, water-soaked log.
Okay, as I edit my inventory, hold on. Okay, so I got my axe, and I'm kind of gonna start like trying to climb up.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Belbin, I'm going to have you make an agility survival check as you sense that like it's starting to take on water and it's beginning to tilt forward. You have got moments to decide what to do, maybe 1 or 2 minutes max before this thing begins to sink completely.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
9. Okay. You're able to keep your footing as you're able to get him up, and you pretty much are situating yourselves like on the railings here. So Zill, you're gonna be situated here, and Belbin, you find yourself holding on, and you're probably inclined at like a 45-degree angle. As you look at Alomnia's breath that is now kind of towering over you as you've kind of dipped below the level of the ship. Yuki, you hear a splash as she comes basically careening out of the water holding this pirate, and she rushes flying back onto the ship and drops the motionless body onto the ship.
Can
Yuki.
I seem to have at least saved one person down there. I didn't see anybody else down there, but there was this guy.
Quick. What's the name of our healer lady again?
Your healer is. Oh boy.
It's been a minute.
Hold. Lyra.
That's right. The high.
Quick, Lyra! This man needs medical attention.
And so Lyra, she grabs a couple of hands as they get to him and they begin CPR. Yeah, we'll make some checks as far to see how
And I will
effective they
assist
are.
as I can.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is definitely like a CPR. This guy's lungs are filled with water, but he also seems decently unresponsive. So she's gonna go ahead and make a medicine check. And she got an 8 total with
Oh,
the assist.
shoot.
Yeah. And she begins pressing down harder as you begin to hear ribs cracking. But there is no breath that escapes. This guy perishes on board the ship. And you look at kind of like his lifeless body, and Yuki says, do you think he has anything on him? Thordane! And that's Luxalia's voice, sorry. Thordane, go ahead and take a look
Okay.
at the map, see if he's still on the map. And Thordane runs basically and looks at this map, and he sees that the dot has disappeared from the map. Thordane says, I guess it worked out for the best. If he if this was the captain and he was still under the curse, he probably would have tried to kill us. He would have been
I
obligated to
suppose.
do so, I think. And
I suppose so.
we already have another prisoner down below that's unintentionally wanting to kill us. Or at least the other companions that are here.
Yes.
Meanwhile, can we
Yeah.
go back to Belvin real quick?
Yep.
Can Belbin try to make his way to the side of the ship that's like closest to the ship,
You do so.
closest to our ship? And then I assume I've got my grapple back. I assume I unhooked.
Yeah. And Zill is just grieving the loss of his hand axe as he the ship begins to start sinking and like the Titanic music starts playing.
Can I try to use my grappling hook to attach back onto our ship?
Sure, go ahead and make a dexterity skill check for me.
Man, these rolls are not great. But dexterity is okay. Another 9.
Yeah, you are able to grapple on to the front of the ship with a very sturdy lock on it.
Great. And then scream over to Zill. Zill, do you want to come and climb on to our ship with me, or do you want to just sit there and cry?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
You see as he kind of weepingly limps over. You've seen Zill go through a lot of pain and not a tear, but like the loss of his hand axe has really hurt him deep.
I think I made these ones myself.
See, even worse. It's got memories attached to it too.
And they had the obsidian pommel that I added from the when we cleared out the mines, Yuki and
that's
I.
right.
I forget the enemy, but anyway.
Mm-hmm. The magma minions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you make your way over, and the two of you grab onto this as slowly the ship begins to sink, and probably within 2 to 3 minutes, the back end of the ship has sunk into the bottom, and you can only see the tip of the front of the ship as the two of you climb back on board Alania's breath. Everybody who was on board, if there was anybody left, Zill, you know that there's potentially one person left on there, has sunk into the deep.
Well,
All the while, on the island, you still feel the intense heat from the blaze, and actually this warms you up quite quickly, Zil. As you feel just like the intense heat coming from the island, because you guys are probably about, I would say, 200 yards off of the coast of Terror Bay Island. And so you guys are pretty close to this intense heat.
Hey, Yuki, can you do anything to cool down this island?
Well, I can do something to cool you down. And she basically spreads her wings, and you can see that there's like a little bit of coolness. But I don't know. This doesn't feel quite comfortable to me. But if you want to stand close, I can cool anybody down who needs to be cooled. But no, I can't do anything about that island.
this island feels great. What are you talking about?
Right. Are you okay, Zil?
No. My axe is at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh,
How
why do
could
you
I be
think the heat
okay?
feels good?
That water is very cold.
Oh.
Very cold.
I see. Wait, what if we used the water to put out the fire?
I think it's dragon fire. I don't know how well that's gonna work.
Yuki
But
says,
it's ocean water.
I think fire. I think fire is fire anyway. Like dragon fire is just hotter. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just. Can we get that much water onto
I
the
mean, we're
island?
surrounded by it.
Yes, but how are we gonna get it?
We have a pretty smart guy on board with his robot lady.
Kokoro, the one
true.
responsible for chucking the barrels on board the deck. Everybody, excuse me. Everybody is below deck at the moment for the most part, with the exception of Lyra because of the intense heat. It is so hot up here that you actually evacuated everybody below.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. That is a very good question. Good inquiry, Luxalia. Thordain
Thank you.
chimes in. If there was some way to maybe see if there was a location where we could dock and not just get burned to a crisp, I think it may be worth looking for.
How well would our cloaks from King Nalgoric do?
It's what is currently at the moment. I guess technically Zil doesn't have his on, but you guys had, I believe, donned those previously as you guys made your way closer to the island. I think you guys mentioned. It's actually what's making it able to be like to stand, being this close to the fire. So that's why everyone else is below, because you guys currently have your cloaks on. Again, with probably the exception of Zil, because I think you used your cape. So.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Hey, Zil, where on this island did you guys meet before? Like, where should we be trying to put out the fire to try to get a foothold on this island?
So what
That is a good question.
What you guys remembered from your very first visit to Terror Bay Island, it's kind of the shape is rather circular, but kind of in the northwestern portion of it, there's a spot closer to the area where like the entrance to underneath the island goes, and that's where you guys had met Smoldran. You don't know if he's like made homes anywhere else on the island, but the last place that you checked, if you remember, Zil and Yuki, is he was trying to get down beneath, like via like the entrance to the shrine, the Earth Pillar shrine. He was trying to get down underneath, but he was too big, and so that was the place that he was technically roosting while you guys had visited the first time. So
Should we
northwest.
Yeah, should we be making our way towards the northwest then to put out the fire instead of just putting out the whole island? Or do we want to put out the whole island?
I mean, we should probably just try to make the Smoldran. Like we're on a time crunch. That's the word.
I thought you were going to say we're on a wooden ship.
Well, there's also that.
We are on a wooden ship, yes.
We're on a boat. We're on a boat.
It
we're
must be
on a boat.
wise not to get too close, I would think. This is a good defense against pirates, especially if they're coming on a ship. Maybe Smoldran did this on purpose.
Maybe.
You think he's smart?
I think dragons are cunning, but I have not met the fellow.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
So, just so we're clear, we don't think Smoldran's still on the island?
Oh, he could be.
Do we
Dragons
know
can.
that?
Dragons enjoy the feeling of their own fire, I believe.
I think he's probably here. I'm hoping he is.
I'm hoping
So-
he is too.
So we do need to put out a portion of the island so that we can go on the island, right? Or do you think our cloaks are good enough that we can
We
just
should
walk in there?
probably put out the
Yeah. Right.
Just enough. I think we should put out just enough.
But that does beg the question that Luxalia was asking. How are we going to do that?
Wasn't I asking that too?
Yeah, it was mostly Zill. I think we have a pretty smart people with a robot who is probably resistant to heat.
Yeah, let's go get Kokodo.
She could just like splash the
Bree,
shore.
gather us all the empty barrels that you can muster. We are going to play firefighter.
Yes.
What is a firefighter?
We fight
It's
the
someone
fire.
who fights with fire.
How? How does one fight a fight? You can't.
You usually lose. Yeah, but dragons, it's very popular amongst them, I hear.
Okay.
He looks
Yeah,
at you.
just kind of punch it. And then you're like, ooh, the heat, you know.
Feel the
No,
summer
I
sizzle.
don't know. This is new to me,
Yes.
but I am intrigued and I want to try it.
Yes. Wait, didn't
What do you
we-
think, Belvin? Should
like-
we go fight fire?
It's how you get
Fire
turkey
thing?
arms.
I thought we.
Oh no!
Yes, the turkey leg man.
I thought we fight
you guys
with
had
fire.
forgot about that.
Wait, we fight. I fight with fire sometimes.
So, do you know how to win against fire?
Water.
Which brings us back
Or
to
rock.
step one.
Do we have
Not ice
maybe
though.
a-
Yuki needs to stay.
buckets?
No,
back.
not ice. Ice is weak to fire.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, Yuki, you gotta sit this one out then. I think. Might
Ground?
never get you on board.
Ground also.
I don't know.
Similar to rock.
If maybe if everybody just stands around me, I can shed enough cold for us to withstand it. But I need to be
Maybe.
protected from the flames. Because yes, I don't like flame very much.
Yeah.
Or maybe, and Yuki looks at you, Luxalia. A nice timed storm.
Yeah, if only.
Would that is that storm? Does it generate enough water?
I don't know. I thought it was just lightning, which I feel like wouldn't help.
Does it generate water? I don't remember.
It does bring rain with it too.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Do we want to just use that?
Yeah.
We should
While,
probably get.
while we're doing the storm, should we also try to charge up our crystal again?
Yeah. Where is
I'm
this?
already on that. Aldreg Monteblair, he goes and he takes the crystal from the front of the ship, and he runs to the back. You can tell that he's just like ooh, 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 like hot, 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 as he's like grabbing it and running into the captain's quarters. I'll be in here until the storm happens. All right. Yeah, I believe it's going to be in your inventory underneath. Where? I don't know where you guys are putting your.
Necklace of Storms.
Yeah, something like
It's in
that.
your. It doesn't have a description.
It doesn't have one.
Nice. I found it.
Did ya?
It's highlighted. It's right there.
Sweet.
It doesn't have a description.
No,
Sorry, I also have your sheet open, Cole.
that's okay. That's fair. I probably will have to leave before everyone else again because I work in the morning. Yeah, I'll use that. One charge of the 20 charges that it has.
Total? Is it like 20 total charges? It might be. It might be just 20 total, and then it's done. Yeah, let's use it. Let's do it.
There's nothing written down, so I say there's 20 charges.
I like that.
There's 20 charges that refresh on a road rest.
Yes, that's what I've heard. Yes.
So
It's a very powerful weapon.
the storm does go for an hour. And so when you do hold the necklace up, you begin to enchant it with mana. Or it's already enchanted with mana, but you begin to pull some mana into it. And as you do, you can see that rumbling, and you can see the storm clouds kind of coalescing, kind of almost tornado-like clouds, like above your boat, directly centered on where Luxalia is. And you begin to feel to some pitter-patters before which actually makes it a little bit more bearable to be up here, like on board the ship. But you begin to sense all kinds of like hearing like like hisses from like every direction as just like the fire is being fought by
Yuki,
by this water.
play a song while I use this. And
Yuki
I
says,
assume
I think I know a song that could. And she pulls out her harp, and you begin to hear do 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 do.
Yes, this is fitting. This is fitting. Yes, good. Keep it going.
As the rain begins to start going, but you do see lightning strikes as well. And probably about 20-ish minutes into the storm, as you begin to slowly make your way, the seas are getting a little bit rough too, towards kind of the northwestern shore of the island. A loud crack breaks out from the sky, and a single lightning bolt strikes the antenna that you guys had put up, and basically that goes to the generator, and the energy is sucked into it, and you hear from the Eureka from the captain's quarters that as that happens. But you eventually do make your way to the beach. The fires are still going decently strong, but they have lessened to the point where you can actually make your way onto this island. Some of kind of these outer fires have been put out specifically with the help of a sea spray, as the storm has started to begin to churn the waters around the island as well. So you are able to anchor a little bit off of the coast to be able to get onto the island if you wish to do so.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Guys, we've got an hour before these flames start coming back.
Well, hopefully not.
Is
I
that
don't
how
know if
fire
they would
works?
just come back after we put them out.
Maybe it is. I don't
They're
know.
not
I
all
get
put out.
Spitfire. That's true.
If they're still going.
I mean, if they're still going, yes. That's fair.
Yes.
Zill,
But if
you
they've
need to
already
cha- you
burned
need to
up
change your
everything,
cloak,
they need
Zill.
fuel.
It might be hot up there.
Zill changes his cloak.
As you all begin to don your flame resistance cloaks, you make your way onto the island. Thordain will stay back. He'll stay back on Alamia's breath. But the four of you begin to make your way on to the shore. And you can see that Terabay Island is much how you remember it being, with the exception of some charred trees around. But the direction does come back to you. That all you need to do is just make your way up, basically down the beach, and then kind of more up towards the center to kind of like the ruined area before the cave. But this is definitely the quickest way to get to the center. So you make a run for it. I'm going to have you all make fortitude survival checks as you make your way close. You can have hope on these because you are being assisted by the ring.
Fortitude.
Survival checks.
Yes. 16. Dirty. Very dirty.
11.
Okay.
Math is hard. 23 with a nat
you need a tutor?
16. Yeah.
Wait, Zill doesn't know math.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
What a
No,
waste of
Zill
nat
does
16.
not know math.
1 + 1 = fish.
7 plus 16.
No, 1
equals
plus 1 equals
23.
I love it. What was? Can you roll for Yuki as well?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, she's got hope. Oh, thank goodness. Fortitude. Her fortitude's actually pretty good. Never mind. 17.
Okay. You make your way through up to the center, and all of you seem relatively unfazed by the fire. If anything, the shower seems to be coating you, and these cloaks are doing a good job of basically keeping you from catching fire. The wetness is nice. As you make your way up to the center, and in kind of the center pillar area, you see a large, basically stone with a hole in the inside of it. But different from last time is around kind of the entrance to the cave to go down into the center of the island. You see that Smoldran has made some kind of a nest made out of stone, fallen, basically tree branches, and all kinds of things. You see that there are bones, tons of bones littered in the center of this, and basically in the center of it, you see basically sitting upright, looking up at the sky, like unfazed by your approach, is Smoldran. Basically looking out as the fires kind of on the island around him begin to continue to burn.
Hey, Smoldran! Good to see you!
Smoldran looks down at you and says, "Little ones, why do you come here?" And he looks back up at the sky as if examining something.
Well, I mean, I'd never pass up a chance to come hang out with you. You're pretty cool.
Make a charm skill check for me.
Oh, no.
You got this, Zill.
Terrible at charm. He literally has a 0.
You got to influence him. Be an influencer.
12. Okay.
12.
You hear a low rumbling. That's his chuckling, by the way.
Nice.
I missed you, buddy.
He
Sounds
breaks
kinda
his
like
vision
growl.
and he says, "Why do you come? Really?"
Well, we've got a bit of a pirate problem, but like,
Don't we all? Oh, by the way, both Luke Solly and Belbin, you have no idea what he's saying. He is speaking Dragon.
Nice.
Yeah, unless you guys know
Yeah,
Draken,
that-
but they have no idea.
No.
that's kind of why we're here, because
Yuki will interpret, so you guys can.
the whole ocean has the same pirate problem. A particular pirate named Jackman Knobs.
Knobs. That's a funny name.
It is, isn't it? Unfortunately, he's kind of scary, so we haven't had the chance to mock him yet. We probably will, don't you worry. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. We probably will, don't you worry. But yeah, he's kind of amassed an entire pirate army, and we're just trying to see all our options to bring together as many people who we understand probably wouldn't be brought together normally to fight him.
Which leaves me to assume one thing. You ask for my assistance.
Yes.
You know what happens when you assume.
Yes, we do. We did go visit your dad. He was fighting this fight on a different front and is really tired. So he can't help.
Father,
We know you're busy.
you say you met my father,
Yes.
the great Naz Rahim, and you live
Yes.
to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of him. He's pretty cool. He's
No, he's very hot.
That's true. Different.
So that's not appropriate to say.
What? He's like literally fire.
You're nasty.
He is
Why?
incapacitated because he was busy.
You were there. You felt
Yeah,
the
but I'm not
heat
calling him
emanating off of his
hot.
body.
I'm not calling him hot.
Well, then what would you call him?
Calm down. This is irrelevant.
Old.
I'm not an elephant.
I care not
Oh.
for your petty squabbles. Get to the point.
Right.
Your dad was busy containing a demon. The demon is helping Jackman Nobbs. We need everybody's help to stop him. Are you in?
The demon. What did this demon look like?
I don't know, but its name is LaFonte.
It was gross.
Months ago.
And female.
Isn't LaFonte a dude?
I don't know. Dang it.
I thought it was a
I'm
girl
sure he's
this
not hot.
entire
Wait,
time.
I thought it came out of it and it was a female. Was I crazy?
That was that Emineth?
It's hard to tell. A lot of demons don't have a gender.
Androgyny.
Yeah. Continue.
Smoldran continues. He says,
My father. He raised me in the confines of that volcano. Until I was large enough, old enough, strong enough to create my own domain. My time had not
Okay.
yet come. When a light infested our realm. It was horrible to look at, horrible to see. It drifted over towards the flame pillar, laying its hands on it. It began to draw its power, waking my father from his slumber. It had been ages since I've seen my father awake. And as soon as he opened his eyes, as soon as he saw this creature, he devoured it. My father. He changed, manifestly. He turned around and he looked at me, his own son, baring his teeth. He scorched me, a blaze hotter than I have ever felt in my life. Hotter than the very magma of that volcano. And he hurt me.
and he turns around and he shows you basically like his hind quarter, and you see that there's a huge chunk taken out of his hide.
I had to leave. My father wasn't himself. That creature, that demon, possessed my father.
Yes,
And I
it
could
did.
no longer
Free
remain.
now.
Because when we were talking to him, like it was almost as if he had two personalities, and that stopped once we released the demon from him. So he's not that way anymore. He's recovering. It was exhausting for him, which is why we were hoping he would help us, and he has already done much by keeping LaFonte away from the flame pillar. We're very, very grateful for your father. I'm sorry that this demon made him hurt you. It was the demon, not your father. Let's be very clear about that.
It was you who released him from his burden.
Well, it
Yes.
was Alomnia. Let's be fair. We just helped.
I'm not going to translate that. I'm just going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to say yes. I think it'll give us more brownie points.
Okay,
I've never
go ahead.
met human creatures like you. This is the
It was
second
Luxalia. She's not really human. I don't know how this works, but yeah. She did it. It was awesome.
Mostly Alomnia.
Ignored.
This is the second time that you have helped me. And I have asked for nothing. Well, you have asked for nothing in return. Why do you do this? I've been told
Well-
that people are not to be trusted, easily corruptible. Why do you do this?
Well, so what are you doing on this island?
He looks to you, and then he looks back up to the sky as if discerning something. And he continues to talk as he continues to look up.
I am searching for purpose. You helped me, and I help you.
And he looks
Were
back
you
to
not-
you, Zil, and he says,
You gifted me that which would enslave me, and in return, I promised to guard this place for you. Do you not remember?
I do, and we're very grateful. Why guard this place? Do you remember?
Yes.
Is this insulting to a dragon to ask him if he remembers? Would I know if that's insulting?
probably not.
Okay.
His demeanor, though, generally seems, I mean, not as friendly as a dragon could be, I guess. But it doesn't
Okay.
seem hostile at all to you. So, like, you
Great.
kind of just, you can easily, like, ask these conversations. He doesn't seem to be angered by any of this. But he looks to you and he
Excellent.
says,
So you come to relieve me of my duty.
Not exactly. Maybe. See, part of the problem, LaFonte, was after the Flame Pillar.
Mm.
We have the key to the pillar here, but we have other duties. That's why we are grateful for your aid here. Jackman Nobbs, who's working with LaFonte somehow, we're not really sure how, but we know it's happening. He has the Sky Pillar. That's a problem. Why we do this? We've got where's the big scroll thingy? Where's the big scroll thingy?
Roll out the scroll thingy.
Yuki does so.
We were given this scroll here, tasked to basically, it lights up with demons, and we're tasked to kill them. It's kind of our job.
Yeah. Do you
could
see the
say.
seals on them?
And the current seal is the demon that was possessing your dad. So we're kind of happy to just take any help we can get on that mission, but also like give favors in pursuit of that because it helps everyone, including us. Long story short, I don't want the world to end for myself and for everyone I know. That's why.
Last time the dragons were involved in the affairs of people, it nearly brought ruin to Everlast.
But only nearly.
And yet you ask of me to assist you. Do you understand the power of dragons? What we can do, what we can unleash.
No.
I understand it enough to be very impressed, which admittedly is not much, but I'm impressed.
People fear us. You are different. Clearly there's strength to you beyond that of any ordinary individual.
I'm working on figuring that out. I don't understand why.
If I were to help you, others, they would look at me, and they would fear me, rightly so. Even those in the fight that you are taking against the enemy. I do not wish to go to my death so easily. People see dragons, and they kill them.
So what if we could figure out a plan where only our enemies saw you?
He chuckles deeply again.
And how would you do that?
Well, we've got this map here. I don't actually know how big it is.
Yeah, it's decently small.
We got this map here with all the pirate captains on it. We need to take down Jackman Knobs. I think we can handle him. The problem is getting to him. And that's where you come in. If you could clear the way of all the other people in the way on this map, we could take it from there. So you would just need to go like sink a couple ships and then you could come back and search for your purpose again or do something else really cool. I don't know.
A couple. Have you seen what those ships are capable of? The siege weapons they have on board.
And he turns and you see that there is actually a hole in his wing.
They fired upon me. Just today. They wounded me. I can shake it off. I will heal in time.
I can help.
Would this what we got here? Do I want to spare a healing potion? No, but I could spill a healing herb. Would this help? And I just hold up a healing herb to him.
Not nearly enough.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Would this help?
He looks to you. He understands you. Even though you're speaking, I don't know what language you're speaking, probably the Ever speech. He looks to you in understanding, and you begin to hear. He speaks back to you, and Yuki translates.
And what powers do you have of healing, little one?
Those which Alomnia has bequeathed unto me.
He looks up again, and he says,
Alomnia. You've mentioned him many a time since we've had this conversation.
Yes.
Alomnia despises us. You may have the power to control mana, but why would he help me?
'Cause you're his beloved creature. And wants your good.
We've turned from Alomnia many times in the past.
That's okay. You can turn back. I have too. So you're in good company, friend. And Belvin here. Don't even get me started. He punched a lady just yesterday. Or maybe that was today.
That was
I don't know.
today.
Yeah,
She's
it was
okay.
today. Just earlier today. He just punched a woman. For no reason.
"Make an influence skill check for me."
What is the DC for a freaking dragon?
I bet he'll understand.
I hope it's low.
Maybe a woman.
5.
We were doomed after we betrayed Alomnia. To live in isolation, he cursed us. And he cursed many of you,
And he looks to Yuki.
and to this day, many of you still bear the curse of betraying him. Belial was his name. Years, thousands before my time, he led revolts, which included my father, against the free peoples. It was the power that we had, that we crave, that allowed us to follow him. He was the greatest among us, the most powerful. But what my father did not know is he had whispers of something else, something dark guiding his path. My father has many regrets, and he has vowed to turn aside his ways of destruction because he has seen the power of Alomnia. That in people like you, so small, it is Alomnia's power that gives you strength. And us dragons, we betrayed him, trusting our strength over the divines. No, we have been abandoned long ago. Alomnia favors you because you have come back to him. But every time a dragon is tempted with power, they take it. Every time. We are not as strong as you, in some ways. And Alomnia knows this.
So is that a no? You don't want me to heal your wing, or?
He thinks hard for it.
I will not stop you if you want to try. But Alomnia, I don't think he would allow it. Your power comes from him. And as you say, it is ultimately his decision if I were to be healed. And
Yeah.
I don't think he would.
Interesting. Have you thought about saying you're sorry?
I have done nothing. I don't apologize for the crimes of my fathers, even
Oh,
though
wait,
I carry their burden.
What? You weren't part of that whole thing that you just went on about?
That was thousands of years before my time.
Oh. Right. Well, it's worth a shot. At the very least, maybe you'll just see how much Alomnia might still love you as his beloved creature. Anyway, I'll try to heal him.
Okay, are you doing mana mending?
Yeah.
Okay, make a piety skill check for me.
Nice. Piety. All right. I got to roll well. Nice.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
18.
As you begin to raise your staff, a blue light begins to shed from it, and it begins to kind of almost slowly coalesce around the spot in his wing, where basically kind of the leathery flesh has been torn, and you see that it begins to heal and kind of coagulate the wounds as you see the flesh begin to start growing back in real time. And he looks at it in disbelief as he says,
Interesting. Thank you.
and he lifts his head up to the sky again, and for a moment he grumbles, still looking up at the sky, before leaning down his long neck. Actually, I have a some more. Before leaning down his long neck down to you, Luxalia.
Nice.
He places his head like on the ground right in front of you, and his head is large, definitely not as big as a Nazrahim for sure, but his head is large, probably. I mean, it definitely stands taller than you as he like looks directly at you, and he says,
Why is it that you have the power to heal? Why? Why?
Alomnia likes to use the weak to heal the strong. The ways of Alomnia are mysterious, but good.
You have not proven yourself as weak.
Compared
No.
to you, I am.
There's strength that I can sense within each of you.
And he lets out like a big sniff, and it's like a sniff, kind of like the feeling of like a vacuum, where he kind of, it doesn't like suck you in, but you can feel like the wind being pulled in around you. As he lets in like a deep inhale.
No, you're different. Each of you. I can't put a finger on it. Even more so than the dragon which have been so kind to my father and I. Their kindness, letting us live in peace. But it is you, all of you, who demand something from me. And yet I followed. This is something you must understand. That a dragon is not used to. It goes against every urge, every fiber of our being. But I trust you. Somehow.
And he leans back, and he sits upright again. And upright, he probably rises about 30 feet in height.
You want me to go after ships? I can do that. If I am to be wounded in the process, I know you can heal me. My father, I saw what had bound him. This demon that you claim, Lalathi. And this.
He pulls out the rope that you had originally gotten from down below.
Now this. The thing that I feared more than anything else was losing control. And today, I have proven to myself. Yes. There is hope. I do have control. And I am not doomed to live the fate of all of my fathers around me. It is clear that Alomnia has shown his favor through you to me. And that gives me hope.
And hope does not disappoint.
This is something that's actually very interesting. So this is Belbin and Luxalia. This is your first experience with him, and he seems very docile, specifically for a dragon. This kind of reaction shocks Yuki, and it should shock you, Zil, like, to a degree. Like, especially when you first had met him, how confrontational he was. Like, literally to the point that, like, he was very much considering, like, devouring you. He looks to you, and he says,
And what of those pirates that patrol these coast?
Burn them!
May Alomnia have mercy on their souls.
he rears on his hind legs as he looks above the flames. The flames are getting less and less at this point, and he says,
No. They are gone. Where did they go?
as he, like, squints his eyes. And he looks back to you.
The pirates that did this.
And he shows a ballista bolt.
Where are they?
They got eaten by a mimic.
What a shame. I was ready.
And he begins to kind of smile.
Ready to show you my power.
And with that, he looks around you and he says,
And with that being the case,
he flaps his wings and this great gust billows. And he turns around in all the cardinal directions, and with each gust, just the flames are extinguished immediately. And the heat goes away. The rain
that's-
still
that's nice
falls.
now.
And he says,
I am ready. What is it that you will have me do?
So,
When were we planning? Do we have a plan on a timeline of going after knobs?
present is as good as time as any, I suppose.
You want to
Yeah.
go after Jackman Knobs right now?
Maybe not. I don't know.
This is asking the players, not the characters. Did
Oh,
we
okay.
have a set plan or not yet?
Nope.
No, I don't think so. I think we were just trying to knock some things off of our to-do list before we took that on.
I mean,
Well,
we
we're-
gotta do it sooner or later, so when it's a long boat ride.
and Yuki, she
We're
chimes
s-
in and she says, but that also begs the question, were we planning on having a siege at Flomberge or going out and seeking down ships? I mean, Smoldran has wings, but I don't know how long he can fly without needing to land and take a rest.
Well, do we know which dot on the map is knobs?
Oh yeah, there's a very clear one on that. The last you checked, it was still at Skyspire Island.
Hadn't it disappeared? What was the dot that we saw and then disappeared?
Ragnick's disappeared.
That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right.
And Sky Spire's the other side of
Yeah, the other side. So it's on the west, and so
Aishin-
Terabay Island is on the east of Aishin Island, and Skyspire is on the west of it.
So the
Or
question
east,
is,
sorry, east
do we
side.
go to
Yeah.
Flomberge and defend it there, or do we attack them, basically?
I think. Do we go make a pit stop in Flomberge? Because we've talked to a couple pirates and sent them there.
Yeah.
Go make a pit stop in Flomberge, pick up any boats ready to sail, and then just assault Skyspire.
No, we need to go by Ragnick. We need to deal with Ragnick.
But he disappeared.
Yeah, but we had an opportunity last session that we passed up. But I think we have to go get to him first before you think that if we just go to Skyspire Island that we'll run into Ragnick.
Ragnick will probably find us if we're going after knobs.
Isn't Ragnick dead? Isn't that what his dot disappearing means?
Well, he was
Potentially.
already dead.
Potentially, but yes, he was already dead, Yuki says, as she kind of thinks hard about the situation, and she says, maybe because he's a entity of some untold power, maybe his contract isn't as work the same as the others. I mean, clearly he can be loosed, and plus he's after us, because he's after what's the name? Horatius.
Oh yeah, Horatius. Yeah, I mean, so
that's his whole
what are you
purpose,
saying?
right? To go
Hunt down
after
Ragnick, then hunt down Jackman Knobs?
But I think Ragnick will find us.
Hmm.
Potentially. I think you're right, as in, I think he needs to be taken care of first. But I don't know if there's much that we can do other than just be prepared for when the time comes.
What if we have Smoldran fly around really quick and look for the thunderstorm that accompanies Ragnick?
I don't think it's a thunderstorm. I think it's more of just like a fog that they go in.
Okay. Well, we can have him look for that.
Isn't there a lot
And
of
then-
fog on the sea?
Tell us where he is.
I don't know. Yeah, that's an idea. I thought we were gonna have him go burn down some pirate ships, though.
I'm
Yeah, but-
thinking.
We're not ready to have him burn down pirate ships, right?
I mean, he looks ready though. I feel like strike while the iron's hot.
Okay,
Yes,
here's my
heat
plan.
I can give.
Here's my thought. We go to Flomberge. We pick up anyone who's ready to fight with us, ship's crew or otherwise, and we just go for knobs. Expecting Ragnik to find us. He's gonna show up. And have Smoldran kind of go ahead, just causing havoc to as far as he is comfortable. I don't know how well defended Skyspire is. I don't know if it's too much for you to go to that island first. It might be.
Are we okay to leave this island unattended?
Are we
The hope is
okay?
it won't be for too long.
Are we okay for Smoldran to just be killing innocent people on Skyspire Island?
Are
Or
there
do we not-
innocent people?
There are
Okay.
innocent people. So one thing that
Oh,
Aldrich
yeah.
Monteblair had mentioned was that Jackman Nobbs, like he escaped Skyspire Island. Like he snuck himself out and escaped. Where like his family and everything is still on Skyspire Island being held hostage. Essentially, I mean he doesn't know what's happened to them. So maybe they're there or not. But they've also been taking slaves. So maybe slaves have been taken there. Like the pirates at Takai Town. So
Yeah,
So
we
let's
probably don't want that.
have
I
him
thought
clear
we
the
were
way to
just gonna have them
Skyspire.
burn down the pirate ships. I'm confused what our plan for our dragon friend is.
Let's just have him fly ahead and clear the way between here and Skyspire Island of
Yeah.
pirate ships. And then he can come back.
Great.
As we make our way for Skyspire,
I'm just like,
Expecting
why
and
can't he
hoping-
start taking out those ships now?
I'm saying he should.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. And then we go back to Flomberge, collect our crew, and then go after him at Skyspire.
Yeah, basically, we're just going to follow him the whole way with a pit stop. And if he needs a rest, he can take a pit stop too.
Wait, is Flomberge? I thought we'd
I
have
think
to
so.
go
I
back
think-
to go forward.
hold on,
Let me see a map.
Yeah,
I think Aishan Island is in between Terra Bay and Skyspire.
So where you guys currently are right now is here on Terra Bay Island. Skyspire
Oh.
Island is where Belden is here, and
I see.
Aishan Island is obviously the center area
Yeah,
here.
yeah. What's the one
So-
to the north?
This is around the area that it's called Barrier Deep Island. It's an island chain, but it is where you see a lot of the other pirate ships coalescing. And so on the map, when you open it up, it's like this is the area where it seems like a bunch of the ships are going. But the vast majority of the ships are going to be here and then also down in this direction here at.
So maybe Nazarhim just kind of goes, or sorry, Smoldran just kind of goes from here to here. Oops. To here and back.
He's just your flying siege weapon.
I don't know if he needs to come all the way to Skyspire, though, if there's innocent people on Skyspire. You know what I'm
Does
Then
saying?
he can stop a little bit short.
Okay.
Do you
That's
think
fine
that
with
he'll
me.
even be able to do that? Like, if he just got a hole blown into his wing, what if he only does one, maybe two pirate ships? Then we just
mean,
send him
I'll
But
back.
that
keep
is
him healed
1
up,
to
I
2
guess.
less in our way.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's true.
And not at our expense.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he returns. I'm hoping you return safely. That's the hope.
Yeah, I mean,
May-
that's kind of my job is to make sure that happens for him. So
Do you want to ride on his back
that would be
while
cool.
he's flying?
Bum,
It'd be
bum, bum,
fun.
bum, ba-dum.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if that would be inappropriate, though. I'm not sure what dragon culture is about.
Yeah, and you already called his dad hot, so that'd be kind of weird.
I mean, he's hot too. Dragons are just hot. I'm confused
think you
why
have a
this is
thing
a
for
weird point of contention with you, Belbin.
Dragons. I'm just a little weirded out. You thought I was
Why?
old. These dragons, they're old.
What does age have to do with it? They literally are like way hotter than any of us.
Yeah, you're right. Age is but a number. You remember that, Luke Zalia.
Okay. Are you calling me old?
No,
Okay.
you're just a number.
Oh.
His her age is but a number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what Belvin's saying. I'm just a number. I'm expendable. Well, I'll remember that next time you're on death's door.
All right.
Okay.
Age is just a number.
Yeah. Sure
And Belvin
is.
has a lot more numbers than everyone else.
Yeah.
Not more than Smoldran.
That's true. That's
That's
And
very
true.
true.
Smoldran is hot.
He is very much so.
Real
Like-
hot. Just like his dad.
Yeah.
He's got
And
more
probably a
numbers.
lot of other
Oh my.
dragons. Except for the frost dragons. I don't really some dragons are very cold. You know?
Mm-hmm. Not
But
into
the
those.
fire dragons are very hot. Because fire.
It's true.
They're fire.
Yeah.
Pretty lit.
Pretty lit. Yeah, I don't know if like I might get burned if I try to ride that dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, riding him should be off the table.
Okay, that's fair. Melvin, what's
So-
wrong?
I don't know what we're doing here.
I don't either. Let's go to Blobbush.
Okay, is that the decision? You guys are gonna head to Flomberge first, and then kind of go separate ways, north, and then first to the pirates up north, and then to the Sky Spire Island. Was that the
Yeah.
plan? Okay.
I
I
think
think
so.
we're gonna do a little. Wait, sorry. Oh, there it is. We're gonna do a little like. Boop, boop, boop. You know.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So you guys basically divulge this plan as he prepares to leave. You can actually tell that he has gathered kind of some treasures and stuff here from that they're kind of like spread throughout his nest, and he takes these treasures and just like pushes them in the hole of the of Terrapay Island as he is preparing himself to leave. But you guys make it back to Alamnia's breath.
Should we like leave someone here to like watch this place or?
Kokudo?
No, we're gonna need.
She's
Kokoda.
way too useful for to
Yeah.
get rid of.
I was thinking like.
Sariel.
Sure. I don't know how helpful she'd be here on her
Well,
own,
hold
but
on. Luxalia, are you saying she's useless too?
No, I'm saying that I don't
She's
know if
not
she could
useful.
single-handedly defend this island. I don't think I could. I don't think I'm useless either. You couldn't for sure.
Yeah, but I'm useful unlike her.
Interesting. Well, is there a way for her to
That's
at
a,
least send a message so that we know if, like, you know what I'm saying?
Smoke signal.
We won't see that far too far away. Or
Carrier
we just
pigeon.
abandon it. Yuki, what do you think?
I'm gonna actually Max, do you mind rolling a wisdom skill check for Yuki?
She got where's her sheet? Wisdom. But she got a 5.
She unfurls the map and you look at it together and she says, I mean, there's not really any pirate ships in this direction. It seems most of them are on the other side, so as long as we keep track of them, I don't know if any pirates are going to come here. But famous last words, right?
Yes. Well,
I'm hoping it's gonna be okay.
yeah.
Like we're
We
not
could put
gonna
our
leave
prisoners
it-
on this island.
We do have some pirates that are on board our ship that we could maroon here.
Yeah.
We
But
could. I don't.
Then they'd still.
think-
It's fine. Let's just go. I'm sure. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, we could leave Master Bob here with Jimmy.
Yes.
That's an option.
Well, if you're not concerned about it, I'm not. Let's go.
Hopefully,
I'm not
hopefully this is
feeling
all
very
gonna.
wise about this, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like we should leave someone, but I don't know who. Who do we have with
I'm
us?
hoping we won't be gone so long that it'll matter.
Yeah.
Is there anyone on
I
our
mean,
ship
look
that's
at the last
expendable?
time it got abandoned.
Maybe we can leave a Kalik.
Who?
And if a Kalik, the crippled boy.
Why don't I remember a Kalik? Remind me.
He was the boy up in Folden Rock that Zill saved from being crushed by a building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the ship greeter. I don't know if we're able to. I mean, maybe we can unload our least useful people here, and then put some of like Captain Bob, or not Captain Master Bob, and people who actually know how to fight. Maybe we can unload some of those people here with some people that we trust to keep the island good.
Yeah.
That
But
way.
well, we will.
Because if we do go into a fight, I don't know how great someone in a wheelchair is gonna be.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
he
it's
could be a good
difficult to
lookout.
also wheel himself through sand.
Another good point.
Maybe he could just crawl around, or maybe we bring somebody, who can carry him around.
Thordane, you're the captain. Who are we leaving behind?
Oh, he's not here. He's on the ship. Do you guys want to have this conversation on the ship? Then we can do that. Because you guys leaving.
Yeah, let's go back to the ship
Okay.
and consult. And maybe we'll have volunteers.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe.
You guys hold a ship meeting. You gather everyone around, and Thordane says, "Hear ye, hear ye! Today is the beginning of the end of this adventure.
Yeah.
We are taking the dragon that is guarding this island with us, Smoldran, which will leave it empty and susceptible to danger. And we have discussed amongst the 5 of us that some of you may be put to better use to look after this island. This was where our adventure started, first and foremost, even before Lamnia's breath was a thing. Before I became captain. And the Earth Pillar is there. It is very valuable. And if it were to be under attack, because we took our guard away from it, that would be terrible. Do we have any volunteers amongst us that would be willing to
And
stay
able.
here? Willing and able, that's true. To stay here and keep a lookout, to guard, to have the ability to prevent any assault from here. It'll be just as valuable as having you with us on the ship as we go and fight the terrible Jackman Nods.
And also maybe send a message in case you're outnumbered.
Yes, I think a letter in a bottle would do.
Probably not.
Carrier pigeons.
Yes, that would be good.
Does anyone have a carrier pigeon with them?
All right.
We can
Well,
capture a seagull,
Waffle?
maybe.
Waffle, did you find one?
A pigeon? Wait, find what?
A carrier pigeon. Did he catch one?
I hope so.
Hopefully Waffle didn't get attacked by the pigeon.
Oh my.
He's a very resourceful mouse.
Yeah, I kind of forget he's there most of the time.
Honestly, me too.
He's in
I
Waffle
just think
House.
you
so-
kind of have a lump on your shoulder. Thought it was like a growth from your time on the streets.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
A blight lump.
Anyway, we'll figure that part out. You have a lot of time to figure it out while you're on this island. But
Some of you may die, but that's a risk we're willing to take. Right?
Everyone kind of like
Yeah.
looks around and looks at Velvet and is like, okay,
but
what he
likely
means to
you're
say,
probably less likely to die here.
yes,
than you would
exactly.
with
I
us.
think
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chances
this is
of dying-
safer.
This is
Probably the safer option.
there's danger involved, of course, but can't promise there's not going to be danger. But hey, who's indispensable, or who is dispensable?
Hey,
Sorry,
wait.
you're
Can you
kind of
ask it that way? Belvin, no.
Sorry,
we need to keep Finn.
I think
We need to keep Finn because he holds he's the one who controls all of our weaponry. Which
Yeah.
also
that's important.
Kokoro is much stronger than anyone except for myself because she's only won one WrestleMania championship. I am
Yeah,
I've won two.
I think she would win against you. I'm sorry, Thordane.
So Finn,
She is a excellent opponent.
I would volunteer to be the lookout if Sariel stayed here.
Sariel just like looks at you and she says, "Fine by me. Anything to be away from you." Fine, I volunteer. And she puts her hand up.
Oh, right. Thank you
Woohoo!
for your sacrifice, Sariel.
Thordane walks forward amongst the crew as if
A
like
risk I'm willing to take.
examining everybody, and as he continues, he says, "I know this is asking a lot of you, and you are a very loyal and willing crew. But some of us, I think would be better served." As he walks through, he puts a hand briefly on Akalik's shoulder. And he lingers there for a minute as he continues to walk down the center of everybody.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we don't have very many other ships to commandeer a vessel, so you, two individuals, are new people, Jimmy and Master Bob. Yeah, Master Bob. Could you watch after this island? Again, less danger, and the two of them kind of contemplate for a moment. Thordane is going to make an influence skill check.
We're gonna leave him on the island with
Remind me
Sariel.
who the heck Master Bob is.
You may not have been there, but when you guys were hunting down the pirates a few sessions back, it was in the very first.
Oh,
group
was
of
he one of the
people-
pirates?
Yeah, he was one of the pirates
okay.
that survived in the first group of people that
Yeah,
Belvin was
okay.
throwing.
Those two.
shurikens
Okay,
at.
I'm with you. Yeah,
Okay.
they can go. They can guard this island.
With Sariel.
Thordane.
We're gonna leave two
Thordane.
pirates with a girl. You guys had a problem with me hitting a girl, but we're gonna leave two pirates with a girl.
Thordane went ahead and he rolled an 18 on his influence.
Nice.
He looks to the rest of the crew, and like there's some seriousness, and Master Bob and Jimmy, they agree to stay. Akalik also agrees to stay on the island.
Nice.
Influential.
dang.
Was there anyone else that you guys wanted to leave?
Should we ask Bree? Should we ask Bree if she wants to leave?
Why would Bree want to leave? She's
we
literally our
need
highest
Bree?
Kind of hates
paid-
us. She's always having like a panic attack. She's so full of anxiety.
Yeah,
It's
because
just a
she's
question.
running the ship.
Right, but I'm just saying, if she wants to leave, we could leave her on the island. It was just a
Okay, but
question.
here's the thing. We
I think
need
we
her.
need her.
So no.
I don't think the ship runs without her.
Yeah. Sariel,
There is.
that's a lot of men. Do you not want to be on the island with them? That's okay. You can take it back.
No, she can't. That was a once.
She looks
Don't-
firm.
Belvin
She
doesn't
looks
get a
firm in
say.
her decision. She looks very firm in her decision.
Okay.
But as you continue to look through, what was the name of that one lady on the ship that you picked up in the sea when you guys had come back from Folden Rock? You guys had found the ship with the Prime Void Crystal on it. Why I can't find her name in my notes. She was here somewhere. She's here somewhere.
I don't think I have her either. Wait. No. That's Nalothier. That's not who I'm looking for.
Nelothier. How does a nice island vacation sound for you?
Hey, that guy. Is he still with us?
I think so.
Nice.
He's still on his cruise.
It's hot.
A little excursion for your cruise.
Wasn't Sincere. Wasn't Horatius.
Oh, classic.
Oh, it was here
I don't-
somewhere. That's gonna bother the bejesus out of me.
I don't think I wrote it down.
I bet it was Monica.
Nah. It's fine. She's gonna stay too.
Great.
Yeah, she's gonna stay. So 3 pirates and then a Kalik and Sariel.
Sorry.
One more
Oh,
volunteer.
was she a pirate too?
Yeah, she was a pirate that you guys had
Nice.
saved. One more. We have a spot for one more. Someone we can trust. And they look around. You're gonna have to sacrifice something.
I mean, we could do. I could kind of fulfill the role of medic if Lyra goes with them. Or Lyra. Sorry,
True.
Lyra.
True.
We need Tully, the engineer, unless Mordecai becomes our engineer.
What does the bosun do?
Bosun.
Oh, we need the bosun.
Yeah, basically he's
That's
in.
Finn. We need him. He's our guns guy.
Yeah. So basically,
Okay, yeah,
he's
we
the
need
person
to-
who's in charge of like the weaponry.
Yeah.
Does anyone know where we are, or is Riona? Does she need to stay navigator?
We
I
could
don't
do
know.
Riona.
Or we could do
Thornton.
Balthazar.
He is our first mate, but he would be really good, potentially. Thornton says.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, to leave or to stay?
To stay on the island. Balthazar, I think, is very capable, and he's worked with pirates before. He had a pirating past, remember?
Yes.
Think he could instill obedience on them, as long as we stay with the ship and we no longer send Alomnia's breath out on excursions.
Should
Hmm.
we draw straws? Like each one of us chooses someone to keep, and then we just kick the last person off.
No, I think the person who ought to stay will volunteer.
And then everybody's just like sitting there and waiting.
I say we give him a choice. Balthazar, Riona, or Lyra. I
Barnacle
trust
Bill
them.
has to stay. He's the one that I choose to keep.
No, I mean, I think
It's
of those
like
3, we should choose one
recess,
of
like
them.
choosing teams.
I think Balthazar's a good choice. Let's see if he's up
Yeah.
for it.
Thordain continues to walk through the crowd and says, "Every one of you I trust, but none more than my first mate." And he puts both hands on his shoulders and he looks Balthazar in his one eye. And he goes, "I think you can keep these scallywags in line, don't you think?" And Balthazar says, Aye, that I can." Then that settles it. This
Nice.
will be our crew to defend Terra Bay Island. The rest of us, we will go into the face of destiny.
Yes.
Some of you may die, and that's okay.
Yes.
It's the price we must make to save Everlast.
Yeah.
Now, Bree, give them all the supplies that they need, including their own pirate night that they can host. Kalik, you're in charge, buddy.
They get their own rum of ages too,
Yeah.
There's only one rum of ages.
and we're leaving it with them.
No.
It's not very good.
No.
Well, while
need
we're
it
at it,
for our
Bree, can you
own
short him
pirates' night.
Bree, short him some supplies too, then, as long as we're at it.
Yes.
And with that,
What? Hey. Yeah. All right.
with that, you split up. You get them all the supplies that they need in order to survive for about 3 weeks. You get on the back on top of Alomni's breath, supply them with weapons and everything that they need, and you begin setting sail back for Flomberge. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. And then when we do come back, we'll be at Flomberge. So we're gonna do a fast travel there. But
Sweet.
yeah, we'll be.
Also,
at
I
Flomberge.
gotta get going.
Sounds good. Thanks, bro, for
See you guys.
joining.
Great.
It'll be good. Like I said, it'll be about 5 minutes, and yeah, we'll be back soon.
Michael.
Bye, guys.
Michael.
Bye. And with that, thank you all so much for joining us, sticking with us thus far. Go take toilet breaks, go get something to drink or eat, and yeah, we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you so much for your patience. Yeah, so 16 to 18 hours later, Eclaas shows back up at Slumber. Let me quickly go ahead and jump to some music.
16 to 18 hours later.
16 to 18 hours later.
Is that a haven rest for being all alone with Beth?
It is. Yeah, you guys can absolutely heal because you guys have
Yes!
technically unlocked that potential. So you guys go ahead and take a haven rest for that. Cool. But you end up making your way back to Flomberge, and even again, like little less than 2 days later, you see that even the more progress that they've made in kind of re-helping to uncover the city, all the Draken have. Like I said, this is their field of work. They're good at mining. They're good at digging things out, and unfortunately, there were a number of casualties that they have discovered from this. About 80 people thus far have perished from the volcano exploding. Primarily, a lot of those people who were down in kind of the lower part of the city. They've started uncovering a lot of bodies down there, but. With that being the case, you make your way back to Flomberge, which is there's this weird feeling about it. One, knowing that it's like you're potentially nearing the end, but also the feeling of there being something very, very evil here with the Prime Void Crystal. And so while there's a lot of good things and joy that is coming from the rebuilding, there's still kind of like this like sense of kind of doom that's hanging upon the city. But the group of you do arrive and make your way to talk to King Nalgor Cragheim. It's about the next day around 4 p.m. by the time you do make your way there. So it is during the daytime. And many people are actually seeing you guys for the first time in a few days since at least you've departed for Hightown. And so you get a lot of greetings from both Fesh and Fey elves that are there and also from the Draken that are there. And at this point, too, the survivors from Hightown have made their way to the city. They arrived at some point yesterday as you begin to see basically everybody and check in on how they're doing. Speaking of which, I'm going to have the two of you, for your characters, go ahead and make a wisdom skill test for me.
Not one.
8.
Zill's got a one-track mind. He can't stop thinking about the Prime Void Crystal and everything that is there, and attempting to potentially try out some runic speech on it. But Belvin, you do notice that the elves that are at the bay, they do seem to be more numerous, meaning King Farron is probably back in town as well.
So there's a lot of elves here now.
Potentially. I mean, like, because there was a number of them that left when you had returned from Hightown. Because remember, they were escorting Princess Mila and a few of them back up to Fesh and Fey. And so being back here, chances are with kind of the heightened security, you haven't seen him, but you can assume that King Farron is probably here.
Cool.
So what are you guys doing while you're here?
Well, what's Smoldran doing? Is he just chilling on the island with us, waiting for us to give him the signal to go?
Yes, and so he decides, because again, he's still quite wary of people, especially knowing that it's not just a Draken that are here at Flomberge. He has actually landed on the island, but he's landed far off to the on the western part of the island, waiting for whatever signal you guys want to do in order to basically let him know, like, we're moving out.
Okay, cool.
Plus, he wants to probably go hunting and try to find some stuff to eat in the process too.
Okay.
Well, so why did we come here? We wanted to pick people up that wanted to go and help fight Jackman Knobs.
Yes.
Well, and also we wanted, Yuki speaks, we also wanted to let them know of our plan going forward, that we got Smoldran 1, but also that there are a few different targets that we need to take care of, and I think it's important at least to let King Farron and King Nalgor Cragheim know.
Yeah.
At least so we don't keep them in the dark.
Yeah, no, they can know, and we should definitely tell them about Smoldran, because we don't want our people going against or trying to fight Smoldran. Friendly fire would be pretty bad here.
Be very, very bad, especially considering we just gained his trust.
We worked so hard, right?
Yes. Also, while we're here, how much time do you think it's going to take us to make the arrangements we need to make?
Well, it depends. We need to, I think, restock on some stuff, but we can just set Bree to do that
Yeah.
passively while we get things taken care of. But I think as far as munitions, and we're already loaded on our next Glyphex cannon, I just think we need to just inform people, and then we can get going.
Yeah, I think like a day to round people up, get them on ships, and kiss their babies and wives goodbye, and set sail. You know. Why,
If
Zill?
we're
Are you?
gonna-
Sorry, you go.
What? Go ahead, Belvin. What were you going to say?
Are you thinking about going after the Void Crystal?
We're here. Knobs wants it. I don't know how it's connected to Lolothi, but it's probably helping him. If it is a chance to weaken our enemy before we fight them head on, I feel like I have to try.
Do you know what damage it will do to you?
I
It
don't.
could do to you.
I would want to round up if there's any priests or healers or whoever to
I'll
kind of
back
be
you up, Zill.
standing by.
You can have my grappling hook. We can hook you again and pull you out of there if we need to.
I don't think it's going to be that kind of fight, Belbin.
We
Okay.
also need to make sure, Luxalia steps up, we need to make sure that when that chest is opened, that it is closed again. Because if you remember when we were back at the keep, the jungle keep with Amios, just the
Amos.
presence. Yes, Amos. Potato. But at least we need to make sure that whether it's successful or not, we need to make sure to close that chest, because it seems to have some kind of property to maintain it. Because if you remember being at Jungle Keep, do you remember that, horrible feeling when we were there the entire time? So much so that the bandits that were there, Duluth and his bandits, needed to take, they needed to be away from that place for some time.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Quite well, actually. I'm feeling it literally right now.
And do you remember during the, before we went down into Lost City of Ashalenthil, when we opened that chest and, Aldrich Monteblair went to go touch it with his gloves on, and it wrecked him. Do you remember that?
Currently still feeling that heebie-jeebie. Yes.
Yes. So we need to be very careful. This isn't just something we can willy-nilly just do. Its presence itself it's palpable. It's strong. It could have an impact on the entire city if we're not careful.
I agree. Again, I think we need to try that. We have the opportunity. We should take it. Those are very serious risks and big risks, but...
So what if it damages you somehow? What if it lowers your DV
To 1!
a hittable number?
What if you're
I don't
naked?
know what any of that means.
What if you touch it and it makes you naked?
I understand that it might, and it will probably hurt me. But
May
how
allow me to
much
guide
more
you.
will it hurt them? If this
Possibly not at all. Right? All we
Fair
know is that
point.
they want it. All we know is that they want it.
They want it because
Fair
of
point.
the damage that it potentially could do to others. But I also understand what you're saying, Zill. If you think that you can do something about it, I understand that, you want to try. We also have to think that, the potential risks of doing that.
Do we need to be ready and just in case it summons Ragnik or something else?
Yeah, Emineth even came from just a little pendant that a pirate was wearing.
Yeah.
This is a prime void
Don't-
crystal we're talking about.
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you know, Zil? What do you know?
That I'm the only person potentially in this entire planet that can destroy that thing.
And maybe that's all we need. But maybe it's not enough.
And if we don't destroy it, our enemies will continue to bother us. It needs to be dealt with eventually.
Have we spoken with Horatius about any of this? He's older than anybody.
Horatius!
We should ask Kokodo too. She's
I
smart.
don't think Kokoro would know anything about this.
She's got like the
No.
AI brain.
The only information I really have is basically a children's story.
They learned on the streets.
No, it's a book that King Nalgoric gave me. Right
Oh,
here.
great.
And with that, Horatius, he makes his way and looks to you and says, "How can I be of service to you?"
What do you know about rune lords?
First, he goes and he sits down and he grabs a pitcher of water and he pours each of you a glass, offering it to you. Say that again. Sorry.
What do you know of rune lords?
He racks his brain for a moment and he says, "Where did you hear that term?"
This book.
He looks at it and he says,
It's called The Scarlet Crystal.
he looks at it and he holds the book and he takes a quick read through it and he says, "Seems like a children's story to me, but what is your
yes.
concern with it?"
I don't know how much, but enough of this is real. And Zill's hands just kind of start glowing.
What I would say is Providence has led us to this moment. I told you that I am much older, and I don't know why Alomnia has kept me alive, other than the fact that I seem to have one purpose that I still need to do. And he actually pulls out the bow, the celestial bow. He strung it and everything, so it is basically ready to go. And he says, "But in all of my travels, I've been spending my long years trying to learn as much about my purpose about this world as possible, and it wasn't until Ragnik I saw him face to face that I came to know my true purpose. But this book does match the little that I do know, the little that I did find out, that void crystals can be destroyed by some incredible power."
I recently gained that power, but I don't know how to use it.
I've been traveling with you for days and you failed to mention this to me. This changes everything. How do you know that you have this power? Tell me everything.
When we were in Decay Town a couple days ago, as you see, I have these runes that I don't fully understand, and I first got them in what I expected was an accident, and clearly there's more to it than that, which I still don't fully understand. But they come with a power, and recently in the middle of the night I received, was burdened with, I don't really know, a new one. And we fought a pirate who had a pendant that contained the demon Emeneth, and I destroyed it.
Like, destroyed it.
Yes. As far as I can tell.
He reclines at the table that you're all sitting at, and he crosses his arms and he thinks deep about this, and he says, I originally thought the main purpose of me was to reclaim this arrow, to use it to destroy Ragnik, this evil that plagues this world, and I was planning on using it to destroy that ship that he has. I think that arrow has the potential to do great damage to the void. This is clearly something gifted from Altulians, first of all. Something very holy indeed, and this completed bow I thought would be used to destroy this force that is allowing Ragnik and his ship to continue even in death. But if you can do that, that changes everything. Whatever perverse power is keeping that ship afloat and keeping Ragnik and his crew alive, I think this could be used for something even greater. If that is the case, I don't know of anybody. I've never met anybody in all my travels that has the ability to dispel the void, that has the ability to break something that has been overcome by it.
I've got a weird connection to the void that, again, I don't fully understand, that I don't think is evil. I can understand its language. And from everything I've heard, that should be corrupting me, and it's not.
It should be. It should be. I've seen many go mad from just simply learning void speech.
I didn't even learn it. I just one day knew it.
What about you? He looks to the rest of your companions. Do you have any signs of being able to do this? Or is it just isolated to Zil?
I've never tried.
Nor should you, Belvin.
Yeah, exactly. That would be really bad. Don't do it.
They all have equally amazing feats that they are capable of, but none connected to the void like mine.
But these feats are not my own. They are gifts from Alomnia. That's all he mentions. Thordain says, speak for yourself. I've been tracking my entire life.
So, do we tell him? Does he know about the Prime Void Crystal already?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, he was
Okay.
like, there.
Right. I couldn't remember.
Mm.
So as you know, there's a Prime Void Crystal here. I'm wondering if it's worth seeing if I can destroy it.
Horatius kind of sits silently for a bit, and he pulls out a flask out of his pocket, and he takes a long swig from it. And you can see there's kind of like a little blue glow in his eye as he goes kind of back to normal, and he looks to you and he says, there is a great potential of the danger that simply just revealing it could pose, but if you think that you can do this, you have my support, but it's not my people that we're dealing with. I think the permissions need to lie with King Nalgoric, and
I'm not asking for your permission. I will ask for the king's. I don't understand this power. I don't even know if it's possible, but the evidence points to it is. Do you have any insight, any guidance, any... The Rune Lords seem to have passed from history for some reason or another. So I'm asking you, you have lived more history than anyone I know.
well, as far as the circumstances surrounding this Voiden pendant that you destroyed, what? And he like thinks about it for a second. Was there anything that happened during that moment that? I mean, you gained these runes, but was there anything that happened during that moment that maybe aligned a circumstance for you to be able to have that power? Maybe it's not as simple as just saying words, because you mentioned that you said it over and over again and it didn't do anything. Was there anything that you did specifically? Was there any thought that you had? Was there any feeling that you had? Was there any ritual-like motion that you did?
What was there?
I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
5. Oh no.
You have no idea.
I don't know.
It all just seemed to happen in your, as far as your mind goes. It was just kind of a series of events that just one after another that led to eventually your confrontation with the pendant and you cracking it. Well, something you did in that moment must have worked. It's just a matter of finding out exactly what that would be. He's very curious. And he thinks long and hard about it, and he says, if there is some hope in this dire situation, if it were me in this, I would take it. That's just my personal advice. There's lots of danger behind it, but I've lived long enough to understand that there's not every day that there's a potential for a opportunity to arise. We leave tomorrow to go off into the abyss and fight. You're strong, Zil, but I don't think you're invincible. If you don't try it now, you may not have an opportunity to do it again.
Luxalia, will you back me up on this?
I'll do my best. I don't like the
Should we go see the
heebie-jeebies that
king?
it gives me, but yes. Alomnia will protect us and he will guide us. I do think. I do know.
I think we should go see the king.
What say you?
She turns to the rest of the crew. Thordain nods his head, and Yuki, kind of unsure about it. You can tell that she's pretty apprehensive generally about like the whole thing. You can tell she really cares about like the people that are here, and is nervous about like kind of the repercussions that potentially could come for this. She seems pretty resistant against it, but isn't actively gonna fight. Belbin, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Belbin is a little nervous for Zil, but he also doesn't want to be anywhere near the Void Crystal because Belbin, he's enjoying being neutral and not a. I think that any misery that might come his way would just put him back into vice. And so, if Zil's willing to do it and Zil seems confident, then Zil should try it.
Yuki additionally thinks hard upon it, and she says, I support your decision, Zil, whatever you decide to do, but I don't want to be anywhere near that thing when it does get revealed.
Believe me, neither do I, so I get it.
Well, then I guess we'll leave it up to you, Luxalia and Zil.
So then, do you guys need backup or think you'll need backup? Like, should we be waiting somewhere close by just in case? Or what happens if something goes awry?
Yes, Thordain, he steps in. I think it would be not wise to make the guard of Flomberge susceptible to the influences of this. I do think there needs to be some kind of a watch, but I don't know, maybe we are there in this building but maybe just a few floors away from the immediate influence of it. If you can do this quick, Zil, I think that would be what's best. And if it does not work, we need to contain it immediately before its influence spreads.
I agree.
But again, it's not our decision to make. Ultimately, it's the king's.
Let's go get the king up to speed.
You go and you find King Nalgor Cragheim, and you basically see him in kind of his throne reception hall. As you approach, he gives you a large smile and says, "Ah, the return of Eclaas. What can I do for you?"
I don't think you're gonna like this.
His face goes from joyful to concerned.
When we were in Decay Town, I discovered a new ability that holds the potential to destroy the Prime Void Crystal.
I see.
Opening it up near anyone poses obvious risks.
I do remember.
When I destroyed the last crystal, that makes me think I can do this. We did end up fighting a demon. I don't know if the Prime Void Crystal is holding anything. And if it is, I don't know. I think I want to know what it is. But I don't know if we're going to get this chance again. But it's in your city. It's your people.
So what you're saying is there is a hope to rid ourselves of this great evil.
There is.
And you feel confident that you could do this.
Confident enough to try.
He nods and he thinks for a moment and he says, "Then try you must. I will evacuate the city. I will have the elves return back to their ships. And I will send everybody outside the city walls just in case something was to go wrong. I'll leave a few of my guards in town to be able to help, but I want my people as far away from this as possible. They've already been subject to so much pain and death."
Are there any priests who you trust?
We have a couple.
Maybe the 2 or 3 highest ranking of them. It might be good to have them present if it is their decision. I won't ask anyone to be in the presence of this thing. I've been there, and it's... Once was enough.
I'll see what I can do.
I also would make a similar ask of King Farrand if he knows of any helpful precautions that might lessen the risk. If you know where he is, if he's near.
He calls over one of his attendants, and he sends him to summon forth King Farrand to him. And in the process, he is going to also send out an evacuation notice, so that's also happening at the same time. He sets a few of his guards in charge of that, as probably about an hour passes before King Farrand does come and join you in the hall. And King Farrand, he looks tired. It's weird because you've never seen like an elf specifically of such high standing look exhausted. He comes in and you notice that he has a bit of a limp as he does so. And he stands next to King Nalgoric. He gives all of you a bow and he says, "It's good to see you return. Lord Nalgor Cragheim, you summoned me." And King Nalgoric, he spills the deets of everything about the potential of emptying the city, and if there is anything that he could potentially do to help. King Farrand, he looks to you and he says, "It is an object of great evil. But at some point, this must be done. The elves are capable of many manic arts, and we receive these from the grace of Alomnia. It is our long years of study and education that have given us this power, this ability. But I know you, Eclaas, you have done much in your time saving my daughter, just ridding the entire inland sea of all the evils that you have done. If anybody could do it, I know you can." And he opens his hand. He reaches into his pocket and opens his hand. There's a small stone that is there. And he says, "If this could help in any way, it's not just a gift from me, but it is a gift from my people. Take it. It may give you courage in the evils that you may face." You can go ahead and add to your inventory Elf Stone. Essentially what it does is it allows you once per Haven Rest to gain Hope and +2 on any single skill check.
Ooh.
Hope and Emboldened or Hope and +2?
Hope and +2.
On any single...
So it's not +2 to the roll, but Hope and +2.
Skill check?
Skill check.
Or any... Excellent. I take your people with me. This is for all of us.
Before you do go, I must warn you of something. While you were off in Takai Town, and congratulations, I've heard of the exploits that you and your crew were able to accomplish down there. I decided to escort my daughter back to Fesh and Fey, and we ran into a bit of a problem. Jackman Nobbs has sent a group of pirates northward, around Barrier Deep Islands, to create a blockade of sorts, to stop any flow of any traffic coming from anywhere north of the Inland Sea. It seems that they have already taken a couple of boats prisoner, and we were just barely able to get by that blockade and send my daughter off on her way. But that wasn't without confrontation. 2 of my best men perished in the process. I was only just able to escape. There's around 60 ships blocking the northern route. If we are to have any help, it can't be from my people. It's just too many of them.
Would a dragon be helpful?
Surely you don't mean... He looks kind of out the window towards the volcano.
Nazrahim needs his rest. We got his son.
And King Nalgor Kragheim, this is the first time he's hearing about this. He says, Smoldran. So it
Yeah,
worked.
he agreed to help.
And a large smile goes across his face, and he says, "That is encouraging. I think our odds of winning this war went from minimal to better at best." And he scratches his head, almost as if kind of like this like heaviness has fallen from him. Smoldran is a fiery young one. I don't know what you did in order to convince him, and I don't need to know. But I want to warn you to be careful. Dragons are dangerous at best. And I don't know what you've known about the Draken people and the dragon's influence on them, but dragons are creatures of great power, as you have seen with Smoldran, and they are also very prideful. They don't go into danger willingly. Usually you have to offer them something large in return.
We showed we can heal him.
Healing a dragon? Never before have I.
Luxalia's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, Lamia's also pretty cool because he gave me the powers to be able to do it. All right. Where is he? And he kind of looks out the window to examine the skies.
He's
Eating.
sensitive to the history of the dragons and the decisions of your ancestors. So he's kind of keeping away from people until he gets to eat some pirates, basically.
He's young, but he is wise. The last time dragons and people teamed up was at the end of the Second Age. King Sigmar, Dragon Emperor. He freed Belial from his icy prison in the far north, and seeking conquest of the entire continent, wars spread. The dragon cult came out of hiding, and the horde of the Dragon Emperor was revived since the first age. We promised to never trust dragons. That is, well, we have a close relationship with Nazrahim. We let him be as long as he doesn't use his powers ever again. But Smoldran, he is young and he wasn't part of these days, but the wisdom that he seems to have gained tells me that Nazrahim did his due diligence in raising his son wisely. Do keep an eye on this dragon. He may be young, but dragons are much susceptible to power. There may be a frenzy that he goes into. If you are to send him after these ships, do so as long as other people are clear of the way. Because great dragons such as this, they burn. Unable to distinguish friend from foe when the frenzy begins. Do be careful.
Good to know. Good to know.
Well, and with that, and he nods to King Ferrand, I think we shall join our people outside of the city walls and leave Eclaas to it. And with that, King Nalgoric goes and he grabs a couple of his priests. Horatius also decides to stay with you.
Okay.
And with Luxalia. Belbin, what are you doing? Where are you staying? So basically, there's like a lower chamber, like kind of like a basement to the central like keep in this tower, which is where this is kept. And it's kind of like this like empty room. It's decently small, and the guard has been kept outside of its doors. They've been excused, and Eclaas, you're able to approach, and you open the door, and you don't feel the influence of the void from this. But just knowing the terrible power that is within the chest in the center of this room, it is palpable. So what are you guys doing in this moment?
So, Zill, you're going to stay down here. Luxalia will be with you with some priests. How about
Correct.
Yuki and I and Thoradane? How about we wait
Maybe
upstairs?
yes, a floor up. Or
Yeah,
a floor up would be
upstairs.
good.
Upstairs, maybe outside. I don't know. And then we get closer as if things seem to be progressing.
Maybe we can
not
have a
great.
signal if something goes wrong, because I don't expect that this would take too long. We were warned to keep this from going on too long, so if there's something that's bad, if something does go wrong, is there going to be a call for us to jump into action?
I feel like we'll know.
Potentially.
We'll know, one way or another.
Potentially.
Something big. It was something big will happen regardless. I think.
I think so. I don't know what to expect.
Yuki's visibly sweating, which is just weird for her considering she keeps a very cool body temperature.
Quick question before this all goes down.
Mhm.
The potion of Guardian Sight that we have had for ever and has changed, I think, 7 times.
What is its current
What does it
iteration?
currently do?
Does it have a current iteration there right now?
What it says right now is for the next 2 hours, the consumer can see invisible creatures, and for the duration, the player gains 1d12 bonus on all damage from weapon attacks and arts.
Yeah, we'll keep it as that for now. I think
Okay.
that's the most up-to-date iteration of it. It's been a while since I've returned to it, but yeah, that sounds right.
Would not be of benefit in this moment.
I don't know. Luxalia thinks hard for a moment and she says, I want to be more sure in a situation before we do use this. I think it would be very valuable. But I think there's also a lot of questions behind everything that's going on right now with this, whether what you're going to do is even going to work or not.
I'm gonna move it to my adventurer's pouch.
That's a good call.
I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but I'm gonna move it.
And Luxalia, she actually turns to the Draken priests that are there. There's a total of 2 of them that are joining you. And then with Horatius, she begins to teach them prayers of protection that she will be putting upon you. So when you go and do whatever you're going to do on any faith survival check, you're going to gain hope on it with their prayers of protection. So with that being the case, that's as much as we can strengthen you in this moment. The rest is going to be up to your power, Zil.
I will take everything I can get. It's now or ever. Let's do it.
And with that, you enter the room, and I guess Belbin, Yuki, and Thordane make their way a flight up the stairs as prayers spoke in the Alomnic language. Alomnic? What is the language? I forget what it's called, but the Alomnic language. They begin to recite them, and you feel kind of this urge of hope inside of you as you approach the chest. The chest is small, and you remember this very well, the last time that it was opened, and the feeling of just overwhelming despair just being held within inside this thing. And you hesitate for a moment, but you're brought back into courage as you begin to hear these prayers being said over you, and you almost feel like there's a hands on your shoulder standing behind you in guidance for you. You put your hands on the chest, and you begin to open. And you see laying there, just at the bottom of this chest, a crystal, maybe 4 inches in length. And it is deep red and it is glittering. It is one of the most beautiful things you have ever seen. You look down at it, and immediately this overwhelming darkness begins to fill the space. Your Zil tingle is going off the radar, and you begin to feel uncomfortable, almost as if these hands on your shoulders are removed altogether. You feel alone. It is your moment.
I'm gonna basically grab the chest and dump it onto the table.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a stone little dais that's in the center here.
Yeah, because I don't want to break the chest if I need to put it back in. But I also don't want to touch it if I don't have to. and just like trying to do this as quickly and calmly as possible, like knowing that okay, if I sit in this feeling too long, like I might chicken out or something.
Before you do this, I am going to have you make a faith survival check as it spills out onto the stone. You place the box down. As you begin to steel yourself for this moment, you feel this overwhelming darkness begin to creep inside of you. It is a horrible feeling.
Does anything happen to like Luxalia or to us upstairs?
She feels it. You don't feel it quite yet. This is like all split second that this is happening. Zill's working quick.
Okay.
And you said their prayers was hope on this?
Yep, you gain hope on this roll.
Oh god. Faith survival check 22.
You are able to withstand the temptation. You feel at first this almost kind of covetous feeling, almost like you want to just take this for yourself. Before you're able to break out of it, and again, you feel these hands on your shoulder. You feel kind of a little bit of warmth light, and it's just a moment. What are you doing in this moment?
So I'm gonna grab my axe, just swing it down while using Goric, and I'm intending to use the Elf Stone whenever a skill check comes up. Is that different from a survival check?
It's different from a survival check, yeah. So
Yeah.
whenever
So I'm intending to use the Elf Stone whenever it comes up, just in the background.
Okay.
But I'm yelling and I'm swinging.
You yell Goric as you swing as hard as you can with your Leviathan axe down, and as you come in contact with it, you feel kind of like this reverberation that you've never felt before, as if you've struck the strongest thing that you have ever hit with your battle axe before. And it sends up kind of like these tremors up your arms, and it fills into your body, and you can feel an overwhelming darkness begin to flow into you. You look at your axe, and your axe, kind of where the head is, there's kind of like some sapphire gems that are on the top of it. They begin to glow a red as you just strike it. I'm going to have you make an elemental skill check for me.
$15.
15. You strike it. And the darkness begins to subside as you begin to feel this warmth come through you in kind of those points of your shoulder. You see your runes all over your body begin to glow as basically this blue energy pushes up your blade, kind of fighting against the red void flow that's seeping into it. It pushes back, all the way into the tip, into the blade of it. And with that, you begin to feel rumbling in the entire room. And you can feel it upstairs at this moment. Just this rumbling of like almost the building itself shaking, as if there's a earthquake tremor. And boom, you are blown back, Azil, flat onto your back. It remains untouched. And this darkness immediately begins to seep into all corners of this room. And Luxalia and these priests, they look shocked at this moment. And Horatius screams, "Put it back in the chest! Put it back in the chest!" And he jumps forward, grabbing this crystal in his hands as he tries to put it in, but this feels heavy. So heavy as he's straining every ounce that he could in it. He's waiting for an assistance as he is just holding this void crystal in his hands.
And is it possible to use Goric again?
Yeah.
Or was
absolutely.
it only the one? Okay.
No, you can absolutely do it again.
I'm going to run after him. I don't know how far it blew me back.
Yeah, probably about 10 feet, just on your butt.
Okay.
And then he runs forward in front of you, and he grabs it. And you can tell that he begins almost like convulsing and seizing as he's trying to like maintain its power. The darkness subsides a little bit, but it seems to be
So I'm
flowing
gonna-
into him.
Run forward. Once I get to him, I'm just gonna drop my axe, drop onto my knees, grab it, just very quietly, on the verge of tears, try again.
Grab the crystal
Yeah.
with your hands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do so, and as you kind of go, you take it from his hands, and
This
he
is a bad
falls.
idea.
He falls down, and he begins like convulsing, almost kind of like seizure, like on his side.
And as I say Goric again, I'm thinking, just please, whoever you are, help.
Make a faith survival check for me.
Is this
Yeah, to resist.
still at...
Yeah, yeah. So you still have the prayers of protection upon you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank freaking goodness, another 22.
Okay.
Ooh.
You begin to hold this, and you begin to hear whispers in your ears.
Yes, come to me. Abandon the light. Abandon the light. Abandon the light.
And with that, you black out. The next
What's
moment,
going on upstairs?
basically all you feel is those tremors, and then they
Okay.
stop. But the next moment that Zill is awake, you're flat on your back, and you see that there is a bit of kind of foam on your mouth, like it coming out of the corners of your mouth, as you are unable to move your body at all. The chest is there, closed, back on its pedestal. Luxalia came in and made sure that it went into the chest. Horatius is just standing wide, or not standing, but laying on his side still, no longer convulsing, but wide-eyed, just staring blankly. And Zill, you can't move, but you are aware of everything that's around you. You no longer feel like this overwhelming sense of despair that's in the room. However, you take 6 points of misery. As you just feel horrible. This feels like one of the worst decisions you have ever made. You feel ill to the point, but you can't do anything. It's kind of like a night terror where you're just there and you can't move, you can't do anything. It's like you're living in a nightmare, but you can't escape it. You just feel racked with this hatred and guilt, and just as you kind of move your eyes down to look at Horatius, he looks dead to you. And this is probably about a minute after all is said and done. During that minute, Belbin, Yuki, and Thordane, what were you guys doing? I guess Belbin, what were you doing?
Just waiting to jump into action.
The tremors stop, and you hear some yelling, but then it goes quiet, completely quiet. You don't feel any rush of darkness come up the stairs or anything like that, seep through into your current position. It's just silent. And then you begin to hear weeping.
I'm gonna say, Yuki, Thornton, do you hear crying?
Thordane, he calls down the stairs, and he goes, "Is everything okay down there?" And Yuki, she's just holding her harp, as if it's something of comfort to her. As she just holds, you can see that there are tears welling in her eyes too, as she looks down and waiting for a response from what Thordane was saying. But you still hear soft crying. It's not wailing, but it's just soft crying coming from downstairs.
I wasn't expecting tears, guys. Do we need to go down there? I was expecting clanking of fighting or screams or something like that, but crying, let's go down the hall. Start going down the stairs.
Thordane, he rubs
see.
his hands together and does this. I don't feel evil coming from here. I think it's safe. Safe enough.
Okay, we'll start descending.
And you do so, and as you enter into the room, you see priests. They are hunched, like sitting against the wall, exhausted, as if they like just ran a marathon. They're just every single ounce of energy is spent for them. And you see Horatius on the floor. Basically, what you're seeing through Zill's eyes is you see Horatius on the floor, just staring blankly on his side. Zill is on his back, not moving, eyes open. And Luxalia, she is kneeling basically at the this stone dais pillar. The chest is closed, and her hands are on top of the chest, closing it, and she's crying.
Oh, well,
Oh, by the way, Zill, you are affected by paralyzed.
Yep, there it is.
things seem to be calm. Everyone seems a little shocked. Looks, Sally, are you okay?
She doesn't even heed you at all, like any attention to you. She just seems to be kind of trapped, almost kind of like within like her own mind and whatnot. Everybody again seems either exhausted or dead here, and Thordain approaches, kind of kneels down to her side and like touches her shoulder, and with that she kind of jumps and like looks to him, and like these like wide eyes as she begins to just like these tears are running down, and it's like very soft crying. It's not like weeping deep sobs. It's like very soft crying. And she said, it was horrible. It was horrible. And she like puts her head into basically Thordain's chest as Thordain like shockingly kind of like grabs her like and just like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. And like he kind of like looks around like, what do I do? Belbin, what are you doing at this moment?
I'll see Zill on the ground and run over to Zill, and I'll tell Yuki, like, Yuki, can you go check out the priests and make sure they're okay?
She does so, and she begins playing like a song. It's a song that you've heard before, only a few times. But it seems to be like this is like a kind of like a comforting song, almost more of like a lullaby. As she begins to kind of like pluck as she goes and like talks to the priests. The priests are still conscious, but they're just spent as she begins to speak to them in Draken. Yeah, you make your way over to Zill and you kind of kneel before him, and you look and you see his eyes kind of darting around and moving, but he's unable to speak. He is unable to even move a muscle.
Zill, what happened?
You just see
Tell
him
me.
staring blankly at you, like almost like, what are you doing? What's your internal dialogue? What is going on at the moment, Zill?
What have I done? It didn't work. I failed. Oh no. Oh no.
Belbin will say, Zill, if you can hear me, roll your eyes.
I think I can. I
have
roll
you-
my eyes.
I'm gonna have you make a fortitude survival check.
Oh, gosh, 11.
11. You do roll your eyes.
Zill, are you okay? Do you need help?
I have no idea.
He can't respond or anything like this. This is very clearly not good. I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me, Belbin.
Okay. Knowledge. Ooh, first good roll of the day. What is my knowledge? Dirty 16.
He seems to be paralyzed. This is something that it's not uncommon for this to happen in combat, but unable to understand like what the source of like this paralyzation is. You think deeply about like potential remedies that you could do to lessen this, to help him, because in the state that he's in, he is unable to move, respond, or anything. He's just paralyzed where like on the floor.
Would a healing herb do it? simple healing herb?
So there are specific things that can remove. So remedies can remove any status ailment. They're really strong. Elixirs heal, but also do that. He didn't take any damage, but you have no idea if that's the case. But you would need something called a treatment, which it's like a medicine that you would be able to take or give him the like orally to be able to help remove the paralyzation.
Does Thordane have anything?
He may. Let me go ahead and look at his character sheet.
Zill, I don't have anything to help you right now.
Yuki might too. If you look in her inventory sheet.
I didn't see anything on Yuki's.
Okay, let me look at Thordane then.
I'm thinking at the very least we should get you upstairs though, and get you at least out of the presence of the void crystal, because I'm sure your Peter is still tingling after what you just went through.
Thordane. Oh no, he doesn't. He's used the last of his elixir.
Okay.
Oh, remaining. Hold on. No, he has a full elixir.
Ooh.
So he's got 3 charges, I believe, of an elixir, or 1 charge of an elixir, it looks like.
Yuki has a simple elixir. It's doesn't say that it says it restores hit points, stamina, and mana. So I don't know if that's different.
Yeah, it's probably different because this like specific elixir removes status ailments too, like all status ailments. Well, Thordane has 1 charge. He's got a flask of it if you want to use it. Normally, speaking, when it comes to status ailments, the paralyzed status ailment will subside after 24 hours of rest, essentially. So if you want to like leave him for 24 hours, unable to do anything or say anything, you could, or you could potentially use the elixir on him.
Well, with we still have all day tomorrow, right? That we'll be gathering up ships. But it would probably be nice for Zill to not just be stuck somewhere doing nothing. Let's start by taking him upstairs. Can we drag his body upstairs?
Yeah, absolutely. And he's rigid, like stiff as a board. He's not like limp. And so you with the help of Thordane, do carry him upstairs. As Luxalia, she kind of gets to her feet and like wipes her tears, and she goes over and she starts trying to administer whatever she can to Horatius, who seems unresponsive.
Mm-hmm. Can we just take all the bodies upstairs? Like leave?
Yeah, there's just like the 2 bodies,
room.
but you guys leave and you go up to kind of like the main ground floor. And while you are here, it's eerily empty and large and echoey, and it does not add at all to the situation as far as the severity of things go. Yuki, she looks down at Horatius and she says, "Is there anything we can do for him?" And she's like trying to like search and stuff for a pulse. I'm gonna actually have you make a knowledge skill check for Yuki.
That's not good. Not good. 6.
She is unable to find one, and he's not stiff as a board like Zill is. He is actually limp as you carry him up the stairs, but she is unable to find a pulse in Horatius.
Ah, crap. Did I get Horatius killed?
Luxalia, do you want to try some sort of healing something on Horatius, or do you think that would be useless?
I can try. She is still a mess, but she could try. Yeah, you can feel free to use whatever you want to use on him.
Mana mending.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just roll the healing for that. And it does heal everybody within the radius, and so you've got the mass healing. So if anybody needs healing, feel free to take it.
8 plus piety, 13. I mean, you should be at full health, Bob, and we had a Haven Rest.
I thought we just rolled 2 dice.
No, Haven Rest is
2 health dice?
everything.
Yeah, basically you just heal everything up for the Haven Rest.
Well, I was only missing 1 anyway, so full now.
she puts this mana mending and begins to try to heal him. And as this like light shoots from her hands and surrounds him, you can see that his eyes, again shimmering in kind of like a crystal blue, begin to settle back into kind of like their gray state. And there's a soft breath that comes from his nose.
Luxalia.
He closes his eyes and he falls unconscious, but he is alive.
Luxalia, you did it.
She doesn't say anything. She just sniffs and sobs. Still on her knees. Seems like almost like every single bit of like fear and determination were taken from her. She took 10 points of misery during that.
Oh my goodness. And she is still in virtue. My goodness, this person. Barely, but Luxalia, man.
And during this moment, you actually see that one of her 4 tails that she currently has goes away.
Oh. Sad.
And that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Ah!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Thoughts, Max? You look
What
like you
just
have something to say.
happened? Did it work? Did it not? Are you just like... Did it work, but its destruction have all these ill effects and like actually it's gone? Did it not work? Oh gosh, what just happened? What am I missing? How does this work? We got Smoldran, that's great. What is happening?
You do have a dragon. Yeah, it was good. It's interesting because I feel like there's a lot of potential routes that you potentially could take for like everything that happened in today's session. And yeah, what a place to end. I don't really have much else to say, but we're trying to finish this in 2 streams, so we'll see what ends up happening here.
What just happened?
What just happened indeed?
What just happened? What am I missing? Ah. How does Goric work?
Connor, your thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like we have a to-do list and we're trying to burn them down. Like kind of what Max was saying, getting Smoldran I think it was a big part. And I don't know if we just kind of got distracted with doing stuff with the Void Crystal, and we probably shouldn't. I mean, in hindsight, we probably shouldn't have done that. It seemed like a fine thing to be doing at the time, but yeah,
No regrets.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm Belbin was barely affected, if at all. He just kind of saw the aftermath, but you could see in the room how it affected everyone.
Yeah.
If Zill, if you can't do it right now, then it feels like when will you be able to, like, at some point we're gonna have to destroy this thing, and if you can't do it now, then when, you know?
Yep.
So I mean, just hearing everything, I feel like it didn't work. That's my assumption. But yeah, we don't know that. Belvin just came down and saw the box closed, you know?
I've got a sneaking suspicion that's not founded on anything that it had a terrible fallout that clearly affected all of us, but it worked. That is, I don't know why I think that. I have nothing to go on for that, but I've got a sneaking suspicion.
I mean, even just hearing the description of the Void Crystal, like if Belbin saw that thing, he would be taking it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I heard, that, I
No
was
one
like,
is
wow,
arguing that.
This is I don't know. It was cool, and it really made you. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a cool scene to be trying to picture, but yeah, pretty bad fallout. I think I'm a little disappointed with how that went, but Horatius not dying is really good.
Yeah.
Luxalia losing 10 points of misery is kind of funny, but she's still more virtuous than I am.
She's still in virtue.
Yeah, which is wild. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just starting to think like, Jackman Nobbs has got to be very, very powerful if he wants that Void Crystal, and we can't do anything to stop the Void Crystal.
I also think one thing I think it could be said like it wasn't like really worth like opening it up and doing that kind of stuff, but I think also just to like show like the true power of the Prime Void Crystal. You saw a glimpse of it like early when you guys had opened it up in an opened environment before going into Lost City of Shallandil. There was like a glimpse at it, and then also just like the lingering effects of just like being persistently in like a castle with it, but like the actually being able to touch it and like you see like the first-hand experience of like being in the presence of like a Prime Void Crystal is I think that's useful information to have, because like you can see the immediate effects of what it's capable of. Even against people like you, Smoldran had mentioned that like you guys are people that like are so much different, so much greater in a way than like the vast majority of people, and like this could be bad in pretty much anybody's hands. It doesn't have to just be someone evil. Like this could be bad in anybody's hands. So I think it kind of gives like that little bit of impression too. And so like whether or not like something comes out of this, I guess you'll find out, but at least that knowledge of what being like face to face with the Prime Void Crystal has, like you understand like the risks of it now, like almost like completely.
Right. And yeah, I don't know. The only other thing I could think of, or like, I'm glad Sariel's gone. That's my only other thoughts on
She's
the
having
session,
an
'cause
island
it's-
vacation now.
Yeah, booyah. With a whole bunch of pirate guys. That's
pirates
exactly
and
what
the
she
cripple.
deserves. Yeah.
And Balthazar. He's kind of a pirate
And-
too, though.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Any other thoughts? It's kind of like
What happened?
I don't know, right? It's kind of a cliffhanger where
we'll have to see too, especially like Dane's and Cole's thoughts like going into this here. I would say like I'm kind of sad that like Cole wasn't here to experience that, especially because she was. But like I could actually, having control of Luxalia, I could show like the effects on like Luxalia and like control her emotions based off of like how the Void Crystal would affect her without Cole's input. So I guess it was kind of okay that like he wasn't there for it. Yeah, he lost a bunch of misery, but it's not like she died or something. So, but even like somebody with like that virtue just being like face to face with what was going on is just, oh man, freaking crazy. But yeah, I mean, there definitely are a lot of like thoughts going about like what does Zil need to do in order to get rid of this thing? Like what is like the point of this all?
right.
Man, yeah, there's gonna be a lot that happens within the next couple of streams, but yeah, I think this is gonna be big going forward from here. That's all. But thank you all for joining. It was awesome. Thank you for the players that were here. It's very exciting being able to kind of wrap up the story with you guys, but also it's always fun just hanging out as well. For those who are wanting to catch up and figuring out what's going on, head over to our YouTube. We have all of our previous episodes, 78 episodes of the Adventures of Eclaas to be able to catch up until this point, which is crazy to think about it. And then technically there's more episodes of things that we alluded to previously about like their first visit and everything. That's not there anymore, but their first arrival at Decay Town, that's there. But also for Everlast TCG stuff, there's all kinds of stuff on the YouTube. Head over to the Discord. There's lots there to be able to look at, whether it's finding people to play with, having just general discussions about it. And also, that's how you figure out when we're going live. That's where you get your stream notifications for Twitch as well. So go head over, sign up for our Discord there. And then lastly, if you head over to our website, we have Everlast TCG product available, including all up to the most recent sets, which is Raising of Helix and not Raising of Helix, Veil of Twilight and Night of Martyrs. And so we have all kinds of stuff available on the website for you to be able to shop and purchase. We are currently in the development of new sets and more sets that are coming out. And I think this is actually a good opportunity for those that are here to inform you that the plan is we will be wrapping up this campaign. Like I said, we're going to try to by the end of July. We are going to have another campaign that starts after with new different characters. It will take place in Everlast, obviously, but without spoiling too many things, you have another campaign to look forward to something quite different from what's going on here with the Adventures of Eclaas. And depending at the end of this, whether Eclaas lives or dies, Eclaas may or may not be returning. So enjoy the last of it. Yeah, well, I'm very curious to see.
Shady at all, ominous.
Yeah, really, I'm really curious to see what is going to end up happening with the end of this campaign. But I did mention earlier that we were going to be trying to finish this up, but there is another campaign planned for after. So look forward to that. I'm very excited. The players are going to be getting their new character sheets probably by the end of this month, which is I guess next week or this upcoming week, and yeah, lots to look forward to. So with that, I think that's going to do it for today. God bless each and every one of you. Pray for me, praying for you. Make sure to pray for each other. May Alumnia guide you, and I will be back on Monday with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Nintendo Switch. But until then, have a good one, and I will see you all on Monday, and we'll see the rest of everybody here in a couple of weeks. Bye, everybody.